Hello, everybody, and welcome to the party. Woo, we're back finally. Sorry we had to miss last week. We had some people out and some people sick, but we are here this week for the follow-up to the ridiculousness that happened in the last episode of PWN Present Slaughter. But before we get started, I have a couple of announcements to make. First, I want to do a big shout out to our sponsors. Devin Rue, the Mistress of Maps. She's awesome. Go check out her maps at rueinc.com. We've got let's see who else. Oh, Tabletop Loot. They have awesome dice and mugs and super cool stuff like that. Oh, how about So Nerdwear? It's what the nerds wear. I might know someone on the stream right now who runs that. I can't imagine. Who could that be? Maybe. Oh, Maddie, right down there.
Oh yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to the party.
Yeah. All of our merch is there at sonerdwear.com. It's what the nerds wear. And then, of course, special shout out to Roll20 for being awesome and being a sponsor of the channel. And we run all our music through them. So roll20.net, I think it is, right?
Yes.
Sweet. You're correct.
Yes.
Awesome.
Roll20.net/start/WTTP to get your free account today.
Oh, yeah. Perfect. Thanks. Because literally, I just go to the link that I have saved in my Google Chrome.
Well, now you too can save the link in your Google Chrome by going to roll20.net/start/WTTP today.
Also, we have an awesome community at Welcome to the Party. Come check us out and learn more about everybody cool. Hang out with us, talk to us, chat with us on our Discord, and support the channel on Patreon. Before we get started, I want everybody to introduce themselves. I should pull up the Twitch so that I know what order people are in. Okay. I never do this, and I'm actually doing it this week. I'm very proud of me.
You also make these overlays. You should know this by now.
I don't know it off the top of my head because I don't look at them after I make them.
It's okay, little creation. I still love you.
I do love them. They're adorable. Okay. I don't remember. Okay. All right. I'm going to start with Fox.
Hey folks, my name is Fox Barrett at Fox_Barrett on Twitter, and today I will be playing Ash, who is the same person as Phoenix, but she angry now.
All right, and Simon.
Hello, I am Simon, and today I will be playing Death Blossom in some form or another.
Surprise, surprise. We'll see what happens. Mm-hmm. I'm going to skip past you, Maddie. I'll be right back. Jackie.
Hi, everybody. I'm Jackie Bear, known as Death by Mage, and I will be playing the Cook. I had not suffered a change of playbook.
You're the only one here who hasn't.
I know.
I still have my integrity.
And then we have a special guest with us today, Maddie.
Hi. Hey folks, I'm Maddie, aka So Maddie Games, and I am here. I'm playing the Chad. Yeah.
You'll get to know the Chad, believe me.
It'll be fun.
Or to not get to know the Chad. It'll be good. And I'm Kate. I go by me in midair, and I try to keep the story moving along as much as possible. And that's it. That's about what I do. All right, we have some bookkeeping in the game before we get started on the game itself. So, how much audience does everybody have?
I have 3.
3?
Three.
Okay. 3.
Dos.
2. How much audience does the Chad have?
The Chad has 1.
1. Okay, we are not above the amount, so we're good. And nobody has 4 audience.
No, because I changed playbooks, and even when I get a break, I don't get a break. So that's fine. This is just more fuel for the fire, baby. So whatever.
All right. Are we ready to get this show on the road?
Mm-hmm.
All right. The camera opens on Death Blossom.
So, last we heard of Death Blossom, she was on a bus to get out of town because she had lost a loser leaves town match against Ron Steerling, the Prince of Fab. So she is riding along, and we heard that she had perished in a horrible bus accident. So what we see, the camera pans up on a highway with a tour bus, like not a tour bus, a commercial bus, like not Greyhound, but something like that. And it is on its side. There is broken glass. There is fire along the highway. And the camera, like slowly, shaky cam, walks towards the bus. There are silhouettes of people like hanging off the sides of the bus, and in the distance you can hear sirens. And finally, the camera gets close to the bus that is now turned on its side, and you hear a thump, and then a clang of metal, and the crunch of glass, and a single hand erupts through one of the panes of glass, holding up towards the sky a bloody hand. It's the hand itself. A figure crawls out away from the camera. A woman wearing sort of the suit that she was seen wearing the last time we saw her, Death Blossom, crawls out, stands on top of the bus, surrounded by flames. She's covered in blood. And she turns to face the camera, her eyes red, and she says, "I live again." And we cut.
Run,
To the credits.
coward. I hunger.
Welcome to PWN Presents Slaughter, featuring the cook, Ron Steerling, the surgeon, and Ash. And your name has been changed and you are further up in the credits. Diesel, Vampirus, Death Blossom, Iconique, Carmela Davis, the Governor, Ghost, Bull, Vince Rocketman King, and introducing the Chad. What does the Chad look like?
The Chad is very, very stereotypically California looking, super blonde, but he's not like super athletic and cut and stuff like that. No, he's stocky, chubby, but always has a smile on his face. Despite whatever the weather is, he's always wearing shorts, and he's always got a puka necklace on. Okay, and and really, right now, he is very much from the waist up dressed very similar to how I am right now, because Vancouver, Washington is cold, man, dude. But totally has shorts on.
Are they
Always.
like Hawaiian print shorts?
They're board shorts.
Board shorts. Okay, perfect.
Totes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. What pose is he in the credits? How's he standing? What's his persona?
He is definitely he's got a big smile on his face, and he is like popping up a peace sign as he's all about the love.
Yeah, I like it. I
Yeah.
like it. And we open on the ring with Ramiro sitting behind the announce table. I was like, well, I know what I'm saying.
Right.
The place with stuff.
The thing.
So Ramiro, the inverted triangle of a human, is there wearing it's a shirt actually that I just bought myself. It's bright red, like fire engine red, with parrots all over it, and the parrots are just like the most garish colors that do not go with the red. It's like pink, neon green, neon blue, neon purple. Ramiro leans close to the mic and he gives his opening crawl. Ladies and gentlemen, and anyone else who happens to be here, wrestling fans, I am so proud to bring to you today the most fantastic day that PWN has seen in a long time in here in beautiful Vancouver. We've got some incredible title matches coming up on the card. First of all, we're going to see Ash versus Diesel. The former Phoenix is now extinguished and now rises again, this time with a darker image. We're going to see whether or not the flame inside of Ash can ignite the flame that Diesel brings into the ring. It's going to be incredible. It's going to be amazing. And the whole place might just burn to the ground. Following that, Death Blossom and Vampirus. Am I reading that correctly? Death Blossom, I thought, left town, but it seems as though perhaps this could be a leftover thing from the past. But one way or another, whether or not that's a misprint, Death Blossom and Vampirus will be facing off against Iconic and Carmella Davis, the Golden Girls of PWN. We're going to see if Sequins or Leather is going to be the bigger winner here tonight. And finally, the Cook against the Surgeon. We're going to see some incredible moves from the Cook. He's going to scramble. He's going to slice and dice. He's going to make julienne fries. The Surgeon coming in with precision and extreme prejudice, which we all know that when you become a doctor, you're supposed to say that you will, first of all, do no harm. But unfortunately, the Surgeon doesn't seem to have any of those credentials. The Cook better prepare for some broken bones and some broken hearts here tonight. It's a title match. It's going to be incredible. I, for one, am looking forward to seeing everybody smash against each other in an incredible display of athleticism and what new secrets are contained within the California beach swagger of the Chad, newcomer to the promotion. We'll see what happens. You're only going to find this kind of incredible action here on PWN Presents Slaughter.
Somebody get Ramiro his heart medication. I'm worried about him.
So good. So
You're
good.
so much sweating, just like the handkerchief. Like,
Just frequently dabbing himself off with a cloth as he goes.
Mm-hmm.
and the camera pans to Ash sitting cross-legged in the middle of the ring.
So, you people want to see some wrestling, huh? Well, you know, you wouldn't know it by this place. Some of the names they bring into this hallowed hall. Used to be a Walmart, by the way. Wouldn't know how to wrestle their way out of a paper bag. And I know this because... Hi, Phoenix here. Current... Oh shit, what belt do I hold? I actually don't remember.
The PWN PNW championship.
Oh, that's right. You gave me the shitty one. The PWN. Wait, is it the PWN PNW? What's the rest of it?
Championship. It's the mid-card title. I'm sorry, but it's too good. I had to.
Current holder of the PWN PNW championship. Yeah, like kind of responsible for this promotion being any of what it is. Now I know the only other person worth a damn on this roster has died. And no, I'm not talking... I look like directly into a camera. And no, I'm not talking to you, Ronald. You'll have to forgive Ron. He was a little weak to make it here tonight. Sad face.
Can we just, like, at that moment, I just want to take it that the camera cuts to just the window of an ICU unit. And, like, on the door sign right next to it, it says, Ron Steerling, Prince of Fab, room such and such. And it just pans in, and you can see Ron in a bed hooked up to, like, every single machine known to man. Okay, and then it pans back to
12 IVs and an iron
yeah,
lung.
like an iron, like
he's
the
doing arm curls.
yeah, still doing He's still doing the bicep curl.
And he's still glistening.
Yeah,
It's like
of course.
It's the only part of him that isn't wrapped in bandages is his arm, and it's just.
And but his abs are still glistening. It's
Oh,
the
of
way it
course.
is. I can't control that.
Yeah.
You'll have to forgive me, Ronald, for getting a little carried away with myself. Hell has no fury, my friend, and I'm a little tired of living in your shadow. So, Alistair, kind of lean back against the ropes. Whatever you've got, buddy, it's not gonna be enough, but I'm just here waiting. I just like set the microphone down and just like lean back on the ropes. Just look around, kind of kick my feet up a little bit.
Oh my god, that's so good.
Phoenix's attire is also very, very different. Her multicolored hair is gone. She has dyed it like jet black now. Instead of her like, you know, fire and kind of white motif, she's got almost like a black, not quite bikini top, but like basically the kind of stuff like China used to wear, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
And then like really tight black pants that terminate in these gray wrestling boots.
So she's
just
like ombre.
Yeah. I don't know what. I only caught part of that.
Like it's that's the term, right? Ombre, when you're like variated.
Oh, like it's
colors.
like a gradient of color from one to the other.
That's it.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Phew, good.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
ombre.
totally. I guess it goes like from black to the gray down the pants.
Oh yeah. Phew. Cool.
And yeah, she just sits in the ring like she owns the place.
Out walks Diesel. Remind you, a very large, imposing woman. Like 6 foot something.
Way taller than Ash.
Yeah, way taller than Ash. Large frame, broad shoulders, dark skin, long grayish dreadlocks to her waist. She's wearing a all black bodysuit with flames up the sides. And she just walks out. And she
Oh.
stands at the apron.
Are you out here to steal my gimmick again? Is that because it didn't seem to work for you, which is, you know, I mean, why I abandoned it. So I guess you can have it now.
She just looks at it. She goes, "Show some respect. You put a man in a hospital,
I'm
and you
sorry.
sit in the middle of the
I'm
ring?"
sorry, I can't quite hear you over this garbage. They're spewing just nonsense through the speakers in the arena, and I'm sorry. Must be all the years of work I put in. It's done ear damage. Can't hear you. Sorry.
She just stares you down.
Somebody want to turn this crap off? We don't want to make our audience deaf, please. Thank you. That's better. Thank you, Alistair. Oh, no, oh, come on. Really? There we go. You know, the 14-year-old you pay $2 an hour to press the play button on the little boombox you got? Money well spent, Alistair.
She just says, "Show some respect. You put a man in the hospital, and this is how you act? You're a child."
Yes. This is how I act.
Huh.
I'm sorry, exactly why should I pay any respect to any of you again, precisely? What have any of you ever done for me except stand on my back and treat me like total garbage so that I can help you advance your careers?
Huh.
Nah, I'm not gonna do that anymore, actually. Thanks. Girl's doing it for herself now, so. You can go. You're dismissed.
And she just looks at you and says, "Yeah, I'll teach you respect later." And leaves. Are you doing anything with this? Like, this whole, are you pulling any moves with this? I don't
know. You put me in the
I was
middle of the
gonna
ring.
It felt like working the audience a
Bring-
little
Yeah.
bit.
Either that or breaking kayfabe, one of the two.
Yeah.
Either or.
Yeah, actually, that feels a little bit like break kayfabe.
Yeah.
to me. So I'm gonna go. Oh yeah, dice.
Hey,
Yeah, you need dice. We all have dice.
Hey, if you get a 10, you get +1 audience.
It's true. I was busy setting up the stream, Kate, and I forgot about my dice.
It's okay.
Yo, what about a 12 though?
Yeah, okay.
Yo,
Hell
What about
yeah.
a 12 though?
you got the 1 audience.
You're
It's
gonna
exactly what the
gain your
is waiting for.
audience.
Gain +1 audience. Damn right.
What do you get on +4 audience in the?
An advance.
Market advance.
So I'll just be taking that.
Oh god, that's good shit. That is. Oh my gosh. All right.
And I'll just roll out of the ring, and walk away. I will very gingerly place the microphone like on the table next to Ramiro, just like keep this safe for me, thanks. We're coming back for that.
We head to the locker room.
I'm the new voice of this company.
God, that's the most CM Punk thing that I've ever seen in this game. It's beautiful. Okay. We head back to the wrong. Oh no, that's the right one. We head back to the locker room where the surgeon is in their normal spot on top of the lockers, just standing like this.
Like a gargoyle.
Yeah, like the gargoyle. This is what they do. They do the gargoyle stance. They're in head to toe silver bodysuit and or body paint, whatever it is, in their gargoyle stance with a like a doctor's coat over it in silver. And the Chad is just standing below them as the cook enters the locker room.
You're the Chad.
Oh, the cook. Sup, dude? I figured I would see you here. It's old Walmart, right?
Yes, it was.
Cool. Man, you look older in person.
I'm like an aged steak.
Oh, stinky?
No, steak. Like the wonderful chef's own prime ribs.
Like carne asada, right?
And he just goes, yes, sure.
Cool. Sup,
And
dude?
hands you a prime rib. Here you go.
Did you just give me a bunch of raw meat, dude?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. I will set this down here and I will go wash my hands. Sup, dude?
Well, I wanted to give my personal welcome to you, the Chad.
Oh. Welcome with raw meat. Cool.
You can cook with it.
Yeah. 'Cause I'm a really good cook. Yeah.
I can show you.
Okay. Show me how to cook, man. Let's do that.
Yes, we can definitely line that up for today's cooking hour.
Oh. You have a cooking hour?
Yes.
Wow. You must be like super important around here.
Well, I was the first champion of PWN.
No, you.
The
Slander.
The GM rolls in like,
I'm
no,
sorry.
I will not yes and this. I will
the
no stop this.
first. Um,
In that moment, the surgeon just jumps off the locker room, does a front flip, and lands between you.
oh, my dude. Are you ready, man? He's totally ready. Oh my god. I hope I hope he doesn't embarrass you too much.
Well, should be a good rematch, Surgeon.
Yeah, jazz hands, man, jazz hands.
Just turns and walks away.
I love the dramatics, man. Though I don't know what silver has to do anything with being like a surgeon, but I mean, it is a much cooler look than I don't know, man. What are you wearing?
I'm wearing
Oh,
my apron.
oh wait. Is that a bird? Oh, it's a pigeon. It's the metagaming pigeon. Oh my god. Check that out. It's trying to tell everyone that the Chad, much like Maddie, uses the word dude in a non-binary
No,
sense.
the dude is fine.
I
It
know,
was-
but
oh,
I thought about this ahead of time, and I like to just throw that out there
Yeah.
because I use the dude a lot. Everybody's a dude. Everything is a dude. Every exclamation's a dude. So, bye, pigeon. But yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Also, point of order with regards to what the cook is wearing. Don't you wear the champion belt over
Over the
at
aprons?
all
Yeah.
times?
over the apron
At all
at all
times?
times.
Yeah, huh?
That's
Yeah.
such a power move.
I
Okay.
mean,
Just
like,
I just wanted to set that scene a little bit more.
doesn't that apron like already have strings? Like, I don't know, man. It feels like overkill.
You should always secure your aprons.
Oh man. Like, you are just like you are on television.
Channeling Johnny Wong. They have become one.
You find out that Johnny and the cook actually have like they spend the weekends together.
They're related.
We've never seen them in the same place at the same time.
Well, they were in the same place at the match, the last match.
Despite having completely different body types.
Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I hope it's not too cold here for Vancouver for you. Points to your shorts.
Oh no, dude. I got real thick legs, so they're never cold.
Is
They're
that
never
thick
cold.
with 2 C's?
Yes,
Nice.
totes.
Just making sure.
But you know, like the rest of my body, yeah, dude, I'm freezing up here, dude.
Yeah, you get used to it here. Though I will warn you, it's not warm, and it never gets warm in here.
Oh, I mean, I've been up here before, you know. I was always told like Portland was like super cool and stuff, and I don't know, man. Kind of weird.
Vancouver's better.
Well, obviously.
Did you guys hear that? What?
And then camera pans, and the surgeon is literally back on top of the lockers in the gargoyle pose again.
Looks up. I'll see you in the ring later.
Wow, yeah. Cool, dude. So what time's that cooking segment?
Well, it'll probably be either before or after my match. I need to find my manager. Hold on.
Oh, God damn it, I forgot.
Nobody gave me the run of show.
I mean, like,
He pulls out the oversized 90s cell phone.
Cell phone?
Starts dialing it. And
The
it starts
flip out
going.
Motorola.
Yeah, the flip out Motorola with the extending
Yeah. Oh
antenna.
my god, yeah. So
I
good.
love the 90s.
Oh, by
So
the way,
much.
it definitely came in a briefcase.
Oh yeah, of course, of course. And then the camera cuts. I think that's a good cut point.
Mhm.
And we open back on that ICU room with Ron curling, and then it pans to outside the door, and Kimberly is right there.
Yes.
With tears
course.
streamed down her face. She is a moment while I. There we go. Up to the overlay. Yeah, she's wearing a it's a size too small t-shirt. That's clearly been printed like at the mall or something, and it just says like "Pray for Ron" on it.
The letters and everything.
Oh yeah, and she's just out there, and she's just like, she's probably haranguing some poor nurse or something. It's just like, no, you have to let me in to see him. No, I'm his next of kin. I'm his biggest fan.
Then just then it pans back into him. The slow bicep curl up and back down and up and back down.
Is it still glistening? I have to know.
As it back to the ring. With behind the announce table are Ramiro and Johnny.
And this is Ash versus Diesel. right?
Yes, Ash versus
Okay.
Diesel.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta say, Johnny, after that explosive opening between Ash and Diesel, I can say safely that everybody here is absolutely on the edge of their seats, waiting to see how these two colossal titans of the industry are going to smash against each other in the ring and just burn the whole place to the ground. What do you think?
Well, I brought the marshmallows and the s'mores today in case of a fire.
That's right. It's gonna get
See,
real
the same
hot
person.
and toasty in here. That's right. Cook's Own marshmallows, just an incredible value, available at your local, what is it, California grocery store? Is it Kroger? I think maybe, or not. There's another one. Not Market
Vancouver's in
Basket. That's the
Washington, but
Northeast.
sure.
Washington. Same deal. Star Market.
Fred Meyer.
Fred Meyer. That's it.
Fred
yeah.
Fred Meyer.
And you hold up
Available
just
now.
a Cook's Own marshmallows.
I'm just sorry. I'm just so dang hyped up to see the way that Ash is gonna really come into her own finally after being downtrodden for so long, for so many years. She's held up this promotion as the backbone and the brick and mortar that keeps PWN running, and yet now here she is, ready to be the one that topples the whole thing to the ground and become the voice of the people.
Yes, she will indeed, probably, most likely, cause some engine trouble for Diesel tonight.
Oh my god. That was so good. Johnny, that was a good one.
You're goddamn right, Johnny, and Diesel's gonna be firing on all cylinders. And speaking of, here she comes, emerging from the ring, on the other side of the ring. Here comes Big Mama Diesel, ready to absolutely thrash Ash around the ring. Here she comes.
And again, remember, Diesel, very large, broad woman, dark skin, long, silver dreadlocks as she just walks out to the ring. Power, and she knows it. Climbs into the ring, just looks down the entire crowd.
Just look at the size of Diesel. Every time she comes into the ring, I have to say, I'm absolutely blown away that a human being could be built with such an incredible stature and musculature, says Ramiro, shaped almost exactly the same as she.
Oh, that's so good.
And Johnny, actually, as you're saying that, just kind of looks at you up and down, like,
And then Oh,
Oh,
it
no,
stopped. Why does it stop? Don't stop.
It
Wow,
might have
really?
a buffering issue.
Yeah. Money well spent, like I said. Thank you, Rami. I told you I'd be back for this.
Oh no, it's being a jerk. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I don't know why the.
It's running.
No, Ash just like,
Oh,
it's like, no, just cut it. You know, she's like making like a just cut the music motion as she like walks down to like, it picks up the microphone she set down on the announcer's desk. Thanks for holding on to this to me. Yeah, this is amazing. This, you know, why do we even bother? You know, maybe I'll just sing my own theme song from now on. Maybe because if I want anything done, I have to do it myself around here. Ja-dun, 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 ja-dun. Does that sound good, folks? That sounds amazing, right?
actually, the crowd kind of goes wild. You have 4 audience.
It's true. Yeah. Ja-dun. Like I'm coming up and like ja-dun, ja-dun, ja-dun. There.
Okay,
It could
what
be
is-
your heat. It
now
could be
that
your
I-
cheap heat for this match.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that I've done, like, Bobby in the back's job, thanks, Bobby. Love you, doll. Please never come back. Now that I've done your job, I'm gonna come into this ring and do your job, and I point at Diesel, and my job. Rami, Johnny, if you two could do your jobs, I'd really appreciate it. Like, toss the microphone out of the ring.
I love that you don't even gently put it down anymore. You just toss it. Such good shit.
Yes.
And with that, I think it can be safely said that there is no difference. That there is an absolute difference in the way that Ash is carrying herself now. It's a complete 360 on Persona. We're seeing an incredible amount of confidence that simply was not there before. And I, for one, am ready to see how she's going to spread her wings and demolish Diesel, or if Diesel is in fact the one that's going to demolish Ash. I don't really know, but we're going to find out.
I agree. And then Johnny puts on some shades. It's blazing in here today.
Did you hear the bell ring? Do I need to do it again?
No. Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I wanted to make sure that the announcers were done
Yeah,
announcing
no,
before.
perfect.
Yeah,
I
like-
think that Ash has control of this match. Let's be real to begin with.
I believe, especially since I'm facing off against an NPW, so
Yeah.
yeah, I think like the moment that the bell hits, like Ash is like a rocket towards Diesel, and it is just this like vicious, just like kind of clocks her just real quick to kind of like, and like sends her reeling a little bit, like as soon as her head's a little bit lower, because like, God, she's got several inches on Ash. Like as soon as it kind of like knocks her down, it's just like, boom, just like in the side of the head, just over and over again, just kind of wailing on her. As Diesel just kind of like reels back into the ropes from this like flurry of punches. But like as soon as she does get back into the ropes, Diesel kind of like launches forward and like grabs Ash around the waist and just up and back into a my brain is blanking on what that's called. Ugh, but yeah, like grabs her by the waist, and, like flips her over and back, and, like they both kind of plant down on the mat behind.
All right. That
Work?
seems like a work to me. Yeah.
Roll in plus work to see what happens. That's a cock die. We roll those again. There we go. That's like a 13.
Jesus.
I'm rolling hot tonight.
You can either gain 2 momentum or 1 heat with Diesel, and you retain control.
I will take 1 heat with Diesel because I currently have no heat with Diesel. I'd totally forgotten about. So really, what I should have been complaining about is why was I even booked in this match? What the hell am I even doing here? You're not
That's
threatening to me. And then I retain control. I think we kind of, yeah, we both go down. I kind of roll away from it. She's kind of like staggering back to her feet, but I kind of spring back up a little bit faster. Like, not quite no-selling this, but almost. Because, come on. And as she's getting back up, you know what, I just go for a super kick, because why not? Like, it's always worked for Ron. And yeah, I just like back up and like run up and boom into the side of the head. And again, she's like up and down, like boom, like draped onto the ropes again. And yeah, I just sort of step away from her at that point, just like putting my hands up in the air, like, come on, really? Really, people? Really? And yeah, like I think that's the spot,
Work.
honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah. More work. Gotta make it work. Gotta make it work. 6, 7, 8. That's another 10. Gosh. Where's the... Sadly, I don't have my rolls in front of me.
Johnny's gonna hand a fully cooked s'more to Ramiro, and he eats one himself.
I'm gonna take
Ramiro
2
shoves
momentum.
it in his face.
Oh,
Right out the gate, Ash is bringing the incredible heat to the match.
Yes.
Mwah.
The marshmallows are cooking faster than I thought. And he holds up like a skewers of marshmallows, and they're already like cooked.
like burning.
Yeah. It's like, whew.
I'm actually gonna go ahead and cede control at that point because I've kind of turned around to the audience and talking about like, why am I even here? It's like that's all she's shouting back at me. Why am I even bothering with this? Quit wasting my time.
Diesel is going to notice that you're not paying attention and full on spear you from behind, taking you ass over end to the ground, and she's going to pick you up over her head and suplex you to the ground 3 times in a row.
Oh Jesus!
Because she's pissed.
That's fair.
And then she's going to attempt to put you up on the turnbuckle, like seated, and step up as though she's going to flip you up over and pull some move, but she's big, so she's gonna fumble it. What does that fumble look like? How do you get out of it?
Make sure I understand correct. So, she's got me seated on the turnbuckle.
Yeah, and she's climbing up, and she's gonna do some over the head move with you.
Oh, she's climbing up onto the turnbuckle.
Yeah,
yeah. She fumbles it because, like, as she gets up there and goes to grab me, I loop under her arms and just go backwards out of the ring.
Oh, nice.
And, like, basically I do, like, a flip, sort of, like, I rotate off the back of that, carrying her with me, and kind of, like, throw her towards the announcer table, with the momentum as I come around the other side. Do you want a wrestling roll for that? And if so, okay.
But you now have control of the match.
Okay. What do I want to do at this point? Jeez. Okay.
As Diesel flies towards the announcer table, Ramiro, like, jumps up and shoves Johnny out of the way and goes, "Brace for impact, Johnny!"
Whoa!
Like as the ref starts doing his like 1, his little count out.
2.
I sort of get back up and, like, rub my shoulder a little bit, like, okay, we're actually fighting. But then I'm just gonna kind of get up onto the apron and then just kind of like sit down on it and like rest my arm on the rope again and just be like, so you want to go back in? Do you want to keep fighting, or are we gonna do this? You just gonna lay there? No? Well, she's just kind of like on the ground going like, oh God, oh, I shouldn't be thrown onto the hard ground. It hurts my wrestler face to be thrown on the hard ground. And like I give it a few counts before I just kind of like sigh and go over and grab Diesel and like run with her, like,
back in the ring. Yeah,
I was like, back in the ring. So we're not done. Actually, no, I throw her in and then I go back over to like where I threw the mic on the ground before and pick it up, and it's like, I thought we were supposed to be giving these people a show. And I climb back up onto the ropes and do like the pull back and then jump over them, because Lucha is great. And do like the again, I'm like losing all my names for everything, but basically when you go over the ropes, you kind of like you're throwing your whole body at them, like sideways. Might be some kind of a splash or something. I don't remember. I didn't do my homework and I've only been up for like 2 hours.
No, it's
so. Yeah. So.
That'd be work.
Does that work? Okay.
Yeah, I think so. It's not like a super power move or anything like that, so.
No, it's just a high flyer.
Yeah.
I like to fly around. I'm gonna go ahead and take that botch. Screw it. I don't want to spend momentum.
As you go flying at her, she has managed to stand up and grabs you midair, flips you around and pile drives you straight into the ground.
Phew.
And goes for a pin that you manage to push out of. And she goes to pick you up above her head again, because this is what she does,
It really
and
is.
attempts to throw you out of the ring. Does she succeed?
I think she does. I think, well, sort of. I think she goes to throw me, and like as I'm going, like she like kind of flings me at the ropes. I grab the top rope, and then pull around and basically skin the cat, just like whoop around, and it's just 2 feet right to the chest.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Boom, right back.
And then what do you do?
I think while she's like just sort of reeling from that, like it kind of knocks her on her ass. I think I kind of reached down, like she's just like almost not quite sitting down, but sort of sat down like that, and I'm moving over there, and I'm just kind of like rubbing my mouth, just like, oh, okay, that hurt. Ow. Come here, come on. No, we're not done wrestling, and I reach down to like pull her back up by the arm. And as soon as I get her up to her feet, DDT. Just and I'm just rolling work a lot, honestly.
Yeah.
I haven't got a lot of.
I mean, that's what you're doing. That's what you
It's
do.
true. This is just.
Do we have any announcement going on, or just what?
So Johnny actually has like one of those reflecting panels for sun tanning, and he's just actually he's leaning back on the chair now, and he still has the sunglasses on, and he's just like taking in all this heat.
What's just incredible about this match is that we see just 2 incredible contestants with opposite ends of the spectrum in terms of their expertise. Diesel, on the one hand, clearly able to pick up just about anyone like a toothpick and snap them between her fingers. And on the other hand, Ash brings years of technical experience to the ring and is able to execute these incredible drops and flips and techniques and elude Diesel at every turn. Even if Diesel is able to land her hands on her, it's just a real crapshoot as to whether or not it'll land. But one solid punch from Diesel, and it's all over for Ash.
So I rolled another 10.
All right. Are you
I'm
gaining
taking-
2 momentum, or
I'm
are
taking
you
plus
gaining...
1 heat with Diesel.
Oh, I like
And yeah,
it.
I think like while Ramiro's like commentary is going on, it is just a lot of just like she's just like at that point Diesel's just like pissed and like swinging wild, and I'm just like whoop, and I'm just like kind of ducking around and
like
dancing
it.
around him. And at one
she's
point
really selling those swings.
yeah, like there's just like way like over, like her whole body is turning with them and like swinging, and it's just like wild swings, like she's trying to chop down a tree or something. And at one point I go over and I try to tag in the ref. I was like putting up my hand, like, yeah, come on. And he's like looking at me confused, and I just like grab his wrist and go like this.
He just pushes you off. He's like, no.
And then I step outside the ring and just kind of like I just like do this on the ropes, just like as if indicating like, no, you can have this. It's all yours.
I starts yelling at you to get back in the ring.
And I think at this, like, yeah, like...
And remember, the ref is literally like a teenager.
I know!
In a ref shirt.
It's very good.
Oh, this is unprecedented. Ramiro, Ash just tagged in the ref.
I don't think that's at all legal, but frankly, at this point, I don't really know what to think.
And I think, yeah, again, at that point, like, Diesel is just, like, again, still, like, so completely incised by this nonsense that she just tries to, like, go at me over the top ropes. And, like, I drop down under the bottom rope and, like, kick out her feet and just sort of bring her, like, boom, down into the ropes. I don't know if that's playing into my gimmick at that point, or if that still works.
I think that's playing into your gimmick, the whole like tagging in the ref bullshit.
Tagging the ref.
Yeah, you're the anti-hero.
Yeah, that's
What
playing
are the
into your
rules?
gimmick. Who
What are
needs
the
rules? Fuck rules.
So I'm gonna roll plus look, which I will remind everybody by contrast is a -2. But I got a 7.
Ah, not bad.
I'm gonna give my opponent control and gain 1 momentum.
Okay.
Get me back up to 4.
So she does fall, but manages to snag your feet and drag you through the bottom ropes by your feet. She stands back up, stands you up, and lands 2 solid punches straight to the face. Picks you up, suplexes you again, picks you up. She's totally incensed. Pile drives you to the ground, flips you around, pins you. She is booked to win this match. Do you let her pin you? This is your choice.
Yeah.
Because you can do some of them. You can pull some moves here. So
I'm trying to think. That's true. I could, if I do something underhanded to get what I want, I could burn 2 momentum and change the booking on this match. I'm trying to think. I think as she's like pulling me in, my arm kind of flails out and like hits the ref and knocks him over.
Oh,
that's so good.
It just happens to, boom, as he falls down. So she gets me, and she solidly like gets me into this pin, but he's this poor kid is over there just like, oh, my face, oh god, I lose a tooth.
I feel like we need some announcement for this before we do that. Like,
sweet tap dancing Christ, here comes Diesel with those swings that I was just talking about, and there they land. Boom, one after the other, slamming into Ash, but no, Ash is refusing to give up. She's coming back up, she's crawling. The ref is down. The ref is down. It's anybody's game out here. Ash can do whatever the hell she wants in the ring.
Okay, that's good.
And then yeah, like she gets me in a pin, and like I'm there for a minute. Like it's a bit. It's like obviously this guy was there.
And she's like getting so frustrated, looking around. Diesel's looking around for the ref, like yelling at the ref to get up and get over here.
And I think like at one point, like while she's like looking around, like where the hell's the ref? And she like gets up and like stops paying attention to me, and I just like clock her with an elbow, and kind of like send her reeling off. Like with the two of us sort of like laying there on the mat for a second, but I managed to stand up first, and just like drag her over to the ref. And yeah, like kneel down and like pin with like with my knee on her chest, essentially.
Oh my god,
just,
that's
like,
so good.
It's one knee on her chest, and
the ref,
I tap the ref on the shoulder and point because I'm with arm reach.
And manages to pull himself up and just go 1, 2, 3.
The ref is still reeling, and it just barely has the peace of mind to be able to process what's happening in front of him. But as far as he knows, this is reality. And in this world, Ash is taking it. We've entered a parallel dimension. This is a new timeline for everyone, where Ash finally is able to take a victory and seize it from the jaws of defeat. It's just incredible. Who could have seen any of this coming? I think we're going to see a whole lot more of Ash in the future. What do you think, Johnny?
I think so too. And whether or not this becomes a war of secrets or a war of realities.
And for now, Diesel's flame is extinguished. Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry.
You're a joke, Diesel. Stay out of my ring. And I walk backstage.
And Ash leaves, and Diesel crawls and pulls herself out of the ring. Oh my god. That was so good.
It's fun to win. Underhandedly by cheating.
We open up on the backstage somewhere. We see the back of Death Blossom and Vampirus standing next to her. Where are you?
So we're backstage.
Yeah, backstage, wherever you choose to be backstage.
I think it's like
or on the roof if you want to be on the roof too. That's fair.
Oh, that's also good.
Yeah.
No, I think we're in like the steam tunnels.
Okay.
Underneath the mall. Like there's an emergency exit that's like illuminating the whole scene. It's like the red light and everything. There's like the occasional like fizz of steam and smoke. And there's like abandoned crates that are like surplus, whatever. And like cutouts for like old set dressing and stuff like that. Like this is where they keep the lights as well. I think like the implication is like we've snuck in or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, there's an old entrance down here. So yeah, we see Death Blossom from behind. She's still wearing her mask, except that her outfit has changed. She's wearing a leather black jacket. She's wearing black leather pants that look like they're a little shredded up, very artfully, and knee-high combat boots. And she's standing there with her head down. But enough that like you can recognize her frame and her hair and like a little bit of the mask from the side, because she's like maybe turned
Mm-hmm.
like at a bit of a 3/4 angle, so we can see a bit of that like black, pink, and green floral motif.
Yeah, she could be like backlit or something too, so there's like shadows cast on that side of her
Yes.
face.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Vampirus is still in the same outfit. It just seems to be sleeked down a bit. It's not quite as flowy as it was before. It's much more sleek and stylized. And she's not wearing the cape, but she has like fringes off of her arms, and it's like a leather bodysuit rather than the cape. But she's still kind of standing there like she does, you know.
Are they the super long like Macho Man fringes, or are they like short?
Yeah. No, they're long.
Yay.
Yeah.
Yay.
Because she's not going to do the cape anymore because it's too much, and she wants to kind of be in style because they're together now. So she's like trying to be in style, but she's also still wearing the stiletto heels and the half mask.
Of course.
Yeah. And she leans in and she says, "You came back to me."
I realized I made a mistake leaving you behind. And nothing can keep us apart. Not this promotion, not any fools in the ring, not even death. I lost you once before. I won't leave you again.
And just Vampirus just nods. And you hear giggling coming down the tunnel. And in a few moments, you see Iconique and Carmela Davis, who seem to be looking for you. And reminding Iconique is, medium tall, dark skin, brown eyes, pink black hair. She's like wearing that sparkly pink, like bubblegum pink outfit, very like bubbly, happy. That pink and purple bodysuit with leg warmer. She's got the ponytail, and then Carmela is, I gotta pull that. Okay. She's got the green and brown kind of Peter Pan style outfit, and they're just like giggling to each other, and they're like, and they come up and they're like, "Why are you so boring and like hanging out down here? Like, what's going on with you two? What's going on?"
Death Blossom turns, and this is the first time we see her face. So she's got the mask, but it's like artfully shredded. So like there's a bigger hole around the eye, revealing one of her. It's clearly a red sclera lens, but it looks like scarier. And fake blood underneath the mask and kind of on the on her hands and stuff. But it's all shredded and burned. And she takes a step forward. What I'm doing down here is getting ready to put you in the dirt. Do you remember me? Or has everyone already forgotten?
I'm like, yeah, I totally remember you, but like, you used to be funner.
Yeah. I used to be foolish too, like you. I don't care about fun anymore. I don't care about honor. All I care about is revenge. And I'm not gonna stop until I bury all of you. Not least of all, the one that made me like this. And she gets real close to both of them.
And their
And
eyes,
she-
like you see these little, their little eyes get like so big, and they're like,
She picks up both of them by the
the
collars or whatever they
collars,
have,
they're
right? And she says, "Bring me Ron Steerling."
I think that's the best place to cut. I'm always gonna cut right there. Best place to cut. All right. And then we cut back to the ring where the cook is set up for is it cooking time? Is that what we
Yeah,
called it?
I
Cooking
think
time.
we called it cooking
Cooking with the
time.
cook.
Yeah.
Cooking
Cooking with the
time.
cook. Yeah.
Cooking time. Who's your guest today? I'm assuming it's the Chad.
The Chad. Yes.
That's what I assume. Did you invite the surgeon along, or is it just the Chad?
Oh no, the surgeon's there too.
Oh, okay, okay.
I gotta
You
feed
know,
him
just-
before I annihilate him.
Just kind of like perched up on the turnbuckle, just
Yeah.
you know.
Mhm.
They're just on the turnbuckle in their like normal stance, going like this.
Mhm. Mhm. Well, I have a very special guest today on our show. Please introduce yourself.
Hey folks, I'm Chad. Wow. Pacific Northwest. Yeah.
Does that count as cheap heat? Does that count?
I
for the
think it
Chad?
does. I totally think it does. I totally think that counts as cheap.
It totally does.
You gain +1 momentum for that. That was cheap. That was Make sure you mark that down. That you get +1.
Yep.
That's
yep.
total cheapy. Oh my
I
god.
wanted to
That's
call
good.
that out because that felt like the Chad putting the effort into me.
Yeah, that was yeah. Like Pacific Northwest. Yeah. Oh, that was
well,
good.
Well, earlier, Chad, you said that you didn't know how to cook. Well, we're gonna fix that.
Cool.
So today on the show, we're gonna be learning how to cook a steak medium rare, because anything more is blasphemy.
Blasphemy? What's blasphemy?
Blasphemy? I
He
don't-
takes it and he throws it away. It is blast from me.
Oh, fair. That's a good way of looking at it. I like it.
Yeah. He takes the plate of like overcooked meat and he just like chucks it like a frisbee.
Ow!
Dude, that's good stuff. Why would you do that?
It was overcooked. We also
Um,
overcooked food here.
so are you gonna bankrupt this place too? Heard the stories, man.
Turn over to one of the accountants for this entire shindig, and just like.
But I will say it's doing a little bit better because Cook Zone is starting to make a bit of a profit. Because the promotion has gotten a little more popular and is getting a little bit more viewership. So Cook Zone is starting to sell. You have gotten a partnership with Fred Meyer, so you are starting to sell some of your brand. Finally.
Oh, finally. All
the
right.
stock is not just sitting in a warehouse somewhere.
Unlike before. Well, don't worry about that. I'm going to show you how to show you and the folks at home and in the audience how to cook a proper steak.
Oh, cool.
And while we're cooking, this will be a great time for everyone, including myself, to know more about you, Chad.
Oh, yeah, totes, bruh. Yeah. I've been doing this for a long time, man. I actually was the first manager for Johnny Jameson or Johnson. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude. But back then, he was calling himself the John, and that just sounded like he was like calling himself the toilet. And yeah, we fixed that.
So that was clever rebranding. I approve of that.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, I don't know, man. I do stuff. I'm here. I'm there. I don't know.
Any particular hobbies? And this is when the cook is got the cooking the steak and is on a hot pan and it's sizzling away.
And he just kind of like ponders for a while. I don't know. I really like just like quiet moments. These places like that we work, man, it's so loud. And it's hard to hear your thoughts.
Yes. I also have to sometimes take a little trip out in the woods.
In the woods? I was talking about going to the beach, man. Like, why would you go to the woods?
Woods, the beach. The beach.
Is this where you source your meat?
And he's like, why, yes. Chef's own steaks are organically sourced.
From the woods?
From the woods?
What kind of steak are you making?
It's venison.
Are you wrestling deer to get their meat?
You know, those
Oh my God,
those forest
yes.
cows.
Yes.
Those free range.
We also have moose. They could be moose steak.
I mean,
Yeah.
you do get
Those
elk
are
up
dangerous.
here in
They
the,
can kill
the
you.
Northwest.
Not if you're the cook.
No taste is too wild for the cook.
I was gonna have a Cook Zone commercial in this, but I feel like this whole thing is a commercial for Cook Zone, so why
Yeah.
bother?
Oh my God.
He says, that's right. And now you can get, and he puts on the table, it's like Cook's own organically sourced beef.
Not from the forest. It says it on the package.
It says not from the forest.
Like big bold letters. Whoa. Oh, not from the forest. Oh, cool. That would be weird. But why do you go to the forest, man?
I sometimes like to just stare into the trees and think about my life.
Cut to a picture of the cook in his wrestling outfit with the belt on, standing in the middle of a lush green forest with his foot up on a rock, just staring off into nowhere. Cuts back to the cooking time.
Yeah. I feel that.
Yeah. What do you do at the beach? Or what do you like to do at the beach?
Just that, dude. Like, be at the beach.
Yes. We should do a cookout by the beach sometime.
I like a cut to a picture of the Chad by the beach, but it's literally a Chad in a low slung chair, just kicking his feet back, just like this, with an umbrella over his head, like this.
Toes.
Just by the beach. Yeah, I like that. Cut back.
Yeah. Though that would be doing stuff. And that feels like it's wasting all that beautiful not doing stuff time.
Oh, well, if anything, I could do it before, and then we just have a picnic basket.
Oh, wow. Are you asking me out on a date, dude?
He looks over the camera. Maybe. Raises his eyebrow.
Okay, can we please cut there, because that's the most perfect place to cut ever. I like, if you want to keep going, you can, but like,
it's all right. That's a great...
Beautiful.
yes.
I ship it.
I ship it. I'm all for it. Let's do this shit. Let's be gay.
They're gonna have to go to some kind of forest beach together.
Fuck, there are
a
things.
few of those.
That's Pacific Northwest.
That is Pacific Northwest. There are
Fine
forest
boat.
beaches.
No, that's actually
Forest
fair.
There's not
beach.
much sand on them, but there are forest beaches.
Oh, yeah.
Look, if we learned anything from Star Wars, no one likes sand.
I suppose that's fair.
Is that because it surrounds us, penetrates us, and binds the universe together? I don't get it. I don't.
We head back to right outside the I needed to get a beeping noise and I forgot to. I'm feeling really bad about this. Well, you're gonna have to talk, so somebody else has to do it. Right outside of Ron's ICU unit, where Kimberly is standing, and she has been given a Jemison's meat stick.
A moment. Let me get into character here. I'm here today to tell you about meat. Oh, Ron, are you okay? They won't let me see you, Ron. Ron, I can hear the tiny beeping machine, Ron. Ron, I hear it through the door. I think that means that his brain is still pumping blood. Okay, I can do this. I can do this for Ron. I will hold Ron's meat for him. I can talk about Ron's meat. Okay. Jemison's meat. It's fortified with everything you need to get through your day, no matter how hard it is, no matter how much you're struggling, no matter how much the people that mean the most to you in the world are fighting for their lives right now. Jemison meat. Oh, God.
And then it just goes off. It like zooms in again on Ron, and instead of the girl, he's just holding up a meat stick, like this in the bed. And then it cuts.
And then like an EMT runs in.
Runs
My
in.
God, he's spiking!
Yeah.
Get a crash cart, 50 cc's.
Clear.
And then it cuts. And then it cuts. I know that's terrible, but also really fucking funny.
Oh my
Very good.
God.
He
And then-
loves those Jemison meat sticks.
He's just so excited about his sponsor.
He's so excited about that meat.
He loves his meat.
Yeah, he loves his meat. You got it.
Mhm.
It's the thing. What can we say?
God,
And we open back on the ring. Since Kimberly is not there,
I can
do
get
you
you an
have-
answer.
okay, you got a new announcer. Okay.
I can. Let me. Yeah. Stretch. 1 second. Let me think.
Oh, we can also go to break now and come back to this.
Oh, are we at break?
We're at 1:15, so we can go to break now and come back and do the two, or we can do that and then go to break. It's up to
That
you.
would be perfect. That would give me
Yeah,
just
let's
enough
do that.
time to put together
Perfect.
a new announcer on the fly.
Okay, so what we're gonna do, my friends, is we're gonna go to break for just a few minutes, get snacks, get water, go to the bathroom. We shall be right back. Please stay with us. I want to shout out our awesome sponsors, and specifically Roll20, who we run all the sounds through. So if you've been enjoying the music, the intro music, the soundscapes in the background, go check out Roll20. I think it's roll20.net/ welcome to the part you
Slash
said it earlier.
start /
Slash
WTTP.
Oh. /start / WTTP. I probably should memorize that. That'd be good. And then
That's what I'm here
go.
for, baby.
Yep. Check out this awesome word from our sponsors, and we will be right back.
Us today. If you get a second during break, you should check out one of our amazing sponsors. We're now proudly sponsored by Roll20, the best virtual tabletop for all your role-playing needs. Over 4 million people use Roll20's virtual tabletop to power their favorite games. And with more modules than you can shake a stick at on their new revamped storefront, you'll definitely find something for your group to enjoy. Sign up today by clicking the link below or heading to roll20.net/start/WTTP. Tabletop Loot is an amazing place to get your dice bags, dice boxes, and more. And now you can get 15% off your purchase at tabletoploot.com by using the code WTTPDICE at checkout. Tabletop Loot. Your party starts here. While you're at it, check out our so awesome merch store, So Nerdware. So Nerdware is the place to find all your Welcome to the Party merch and other amazing stuff too. Head on over to sonerdware.com and use the code WELCOME at checkout to get 10% off your next purchase. So Nerdware. It's what the nerds wear. Devin Rue, the amazing mistress of maps, has kindly supported the channel since the beginning and provides graphics for many of our streams. Head on over to rueinc.com to check out some of the best fantasy cartography on the web. Our Patreon supports the creators and producers of the channel by providing Roll20 subscriptions, cost coverage for video hosting, and more. If you want to support the channel while getting podcasts a week early, gaming articles that are published on Patreon first, a shout out during our break, and more, head on over to patreon.com/welcomepartyrpg and throw us a buck or $5. And last, but certainly not least, help out the party. Subs and bits not only support the stream, But also, every 500 bits or a Tier 1 sub gives a player or DM of your choice a reroll or system equivalent. And every 1000 bits or Tier 2 sub gives a player or DM of your choice a crit or system equivalent. Thanks again for hanging out with us today. The game will be back in just a few minutes.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
everybody, we're back. Woo! And we are live. And at the ring, behind the announcing table is Johnny Wong. And I have no idea.
A new face. It's an older gentleman. He's kind of balding. His hair is going a bit gray. He's sort of a dumpy, wrinkly old white dude. He is champing on a cigar, I think. He's wearing kind of a wrinkled suit, like his tie is like super loose, and he's just kind of like leaning onto the table a little bit. Just kind of got this like gruff, angry, not angry, just sort of like, what's like the old man equivalent of resting bitch face? He's got that.
Grumpy?
Isn't it resting asshole face? Isn't that the resting bitch face? Like the
I don't know.
Resting
It's just
grumpy
like,
old man face.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's the resting grumpy old man.
I think of it as like Martin Landau face.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay, good.
Yes. And there we find the new announcer, the current announcer at least, that has replaced Kimberly, who is otherwise indisposed. One Benny Templeton, whose name I will put over there on the other thing.
This is the first match in the new tag team division. Oh, announcers.
Oh, who's the other announcer? Sorry, I just realized I got to update the
Johnny
overlay.
Wong.
Oh, okay, that's right. That makes sense.
So you're probably gonna have to start it, Benny.
Well, folks, I don't know what kind of a show you're running around here. We got a weird cooking thing going on. You know, I haven't seen this kind of nonsense since back in '72, when Big Flamin' Freddy squared off against the Cookinator. It was a strange match, but let me tell you, so much stake in the ring. You gotta wrestle. They got these gimmicks. You gotta wrestle. You gotta wrestle, don't you, Johnny?
Yeah, yes. And he's eating the steak.
Johnny, you're a disgrace to the profession. Coming up on this card, we've got tonight. Sorry, so the player has forgotten what the.
You've got Iconic and Carmella Davis versus Death Blossom and Vampirus.
Okay, is Death Blossom still Death Blossom?
At this moment,
Yeah, as far as all of you know.
yeah.
No,
As far as all the announcers know.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
We can change it next episode.
No, it's
I mean,
totally fine.
spoilers.
Spoilers.
Spoiler.
It's totally fine either way. Okay, I should probably change your name on the overlay then back to Death Blossom, because right now I've got you as Mystery Wrestler. Coming up, the next thing on the card, we've got Iconic and Carmella Davis. These people should have. Johnny, do they have a team name? Nobody on my notes. Some snot-nosed little punk kid handed me this note and said, like, there's no team names for these?
Nope.
This is pathetic. Iconic and Carmella Davis versus somebody named Death Blossom and Vampirus. Okay, see, at least these are good names. You know, these are excellent names. These are the kind of names an audience can grapple onto. But you need a team name. Hope you're enjoying that steak, Johnny.
Yes, and actually, and Johnny's actually wearing the old Birds of Prey.
Good shit is what that is.
So he's a great. I agree, Benny, when he's eating the steak.
This is gonna be for the new tag team title championship. Just so you
Okay.
know.
Just as a reminder to you folks, this is a tag team championship match. Two of these fine athletes are going to be going home with a belt. Hope they like to share.
Is the music working at all? Oh, there it goes.
Yeah, there it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Iconic comes out to the ring. Her entrance has jazzed up a little bit. She's trying to play it up. So she has those, like those things outside of car dealerships that inflate and wave around.
Wavy
The
tube.
wavy inflatable
The
arm
wavy tube man. They just I don't know if you watch wrestling, you'll know what I'm referencing. But they just inflate and wave around as she comes out. It's all bright and colorful, and she's wearing her pink and purple bodysuit, and she's skipping out and hugging people as she goes down to the ring. followed by, and she makes it to the ring, and then Carmella.
It's just watching Bailey clips.
I know, Bailey's so good. And then Carmella actually lowers from the ceiling on a harness. It's not very good. It's kind of.
It's like really jerky, like.
It's really jerky, like. But she does lower from the, and she's kind of doing that like Peter Pan pose. And then like lowers down, unclips really awkwardly, and then just runs to the ring.
And Johnny,
And
here's
they're-
our.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Johnny, here's our first team for the match, for the night, for the title, for everything, for all the money, for all the jewels. They've got a lot of youthful energy. I've never seen these particular performers perform their craft out there in the ring in the squared circle. But I'm always open to new ideas, to new situations, to new places, to new people. I'm hoping they wow me tonight.
Well, if you enjoy a drab pep rally, then you will surely enjoy this one.
You
And
got
they're
a lot
just
of hate in your heart, Johnny.
There's high-fiving and hugging in the ring. And then Vampires enters. That's her normal thing, but her costume is again changed. The lights black out. And then the spotlight comes up on her standing with the really low, remember we said cheap fog machine. Fog like billows around pretty much her feet. She stands there. And she just stands. Oh yeah, go ahead.
That is one spooky spook, Johnny. Not since I saw The Spook perform in 1983 have I seen so spooky a spook.
And then she's gonna stand there and wait, and her music dies. Why does it keep doing that?
It was doing that to me last night too. I don't know what's going on.
Is it working, Fox, for you? 'Cause
Yeah,
not
it's
working
coming
for me.
through.
Okay.
It cut and then it started up again. Again,
Okay.
it's that 12-year-old with the tape deck. Just like, son of a wait.
Okay, so two pallbearers come out carrying a coffin and stand it upright at the edge of the ring as like red strobe lights pulse, and the cheap fog machine comes up. They immediately like run away. Everyone's like looking around like what's going on, and then a boot erupts through the front of this like clearly balsa wood casket, as like a fist comes through, another fist, and crawling her way out of the coffin emerges the wrestler formerly known as Death Blossom. She is 5'6". She's a cruiserweight, but in this light, she somehow seems more muscular than she was before. Maybe it's just the way that she was shot. Maybe it was the angles. Maybe it was the makeup. But she clearly has like a lot of definition in her muscles. She's wearing a black biker jacket. She's got shredded black leather pants, black combat boots. The jacket is like unzipped, so we can see she's got like a black and red halter top. And she's still wearing her old mask, which doesn't match. So it's a luchador mask, which is black and pink and green with like a floral motif, like floral and skull. And she strides her way towards the ring, climbs in, and pulls out a lighter. And there is a little brazier that is nearby the ring. That she lights, and she climbs up onto the top of the ropes, and she stands there at the turnbuckle and addresses the crowd, producing a mic from inside of her jacket. You may not recognize me. You might have thought I was dead. But let me explain something to you. You once knew me as Death Blossom. Back when I had a human form. I walked the line between the living and the dead. And now, I've crossed that line. When my bus crashed, I made a pact with the other side. A one-way ticket back to claw my way away from the gates of hell. I'm on a mission now to put Ron Steerling, the man who kicked me out of this promotion, into the dirt. And I want you to know, I don't need any cheap gimmicks, any cheap masks to win my matches anymore. I'm stronger than that. And she unlaces her mask. And underneath her, she reveals her face for the first time that anyone has seen her. So she is a Latina woman with brown skin, dark, like raven black hair, it's bone straight. And underneath the mask, she has the lower half of her face is done up in like sugar skull makeup. But the rest of it is exposed skin with scars and blood dripping down it. She has blood red sclera lenses, and she holds up the mask and she says, "That's right. Death Blossom did die that night. Now, you get to know who I really am as I bury my old self." And she throws the mask into the flame, and as it burns, she says, "I'm Katrina Calavera, and I'm here to bury you all."
I don't know. What are you doing? Are you?
I'm working the
promoing?
audience.
Oh, working the audience. Okay, like I was like, this is great. Whatever. you're
It
doing.
could be cutting a promo, but I feel like it's working the audience.
Perfect. I love it.
Yeah. So I roll my audience, which is currently +2. We'll see how they respond to this.
I don't know what you get.
Snake eyes.
Oh no!
So that's a 4.
Oh no!
Unless somebody wants to put her over.
Yeah,
Johnny
you know what?
Johnny will do it. Johnny will do it. And as soon as Johnny is like putting over the top, just like, well, I'm suddenly feeling mighty gothic all of a sudden, and then pulls out like a leather jacket over himself.
You know, she said that she didn't need a gimmick. Didn't she come out in a coffin? I mean, don't get me wrong. It's a good look. It's an excellent look. You know, I said that I'd never seen a chick that's quite that spooky. That is an even spookier person. 10 spooks wouldn't have spook on how spooky that was.
So would you say it's 11 out of 10 spooks?
Never. That's mathematically impossible, Johnny. You're a
Oh
weird
my
guy.
god!
You're a
I
weird
thought
guy.
Ramiro and Johnny was the best matchup. I was wrong.
This is fabulous.
I was wrong.
For those
Whoever
keeping
Benny is
score, I
yet,
took the
we're gonna get
+1 momentum for that move.
Yeah, I
I have 2.
Okay. All right. And the bell rings. Iconique is the person in for this one. Who's in for your team? Katrina.
Let's let Vampirus start it off.
Okay, your team has control to begin with.
Yep. Okay, so Iconique struts in, and she's like kind of getting the audience worked up, like, and then like looks over her shoulder, like, "Can you believe? Get a load of this lady." And she runs up to Vampirus, and I think Vampirus like tackles her before she can get there. Like goes for an immediate pin. Obviously, Iconique slips out. Iconique gets up. She like brushes her hair. And she like goes back to Vampirus, and then kicks it off with like a knee to Vampirus's gut to get her down, and then bam, pulls her against her knee again. So like, she's reeling, boom, and then hurls Vampirus away towards the ropes. And that, I think, Vampirus is against the ropes there, and then tags in Katrina.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Katrina then climbs in and walks up to Iconic and just like stares, like gets really close in her face. Like she pulls off the biker jacket, she throws it away. She's got her hands are wrapped up in bloody bandages. She's got a fishnet shirt that's underneath, like a belly shirt that's underneath the jacket with the halter top. Iconic is like, "Are you for real?" and slugs her. And Katrina like takes the punch, but doesn't respond. Like she just takes the punch and then slowly looks back, and then picks Iconic up like both hands, and then just slams her against the ground.
Yeah.
Big-
So.
Big mistake on Iconic's part there, Johnny. You know the dead, they don't feel pain. There's no receptors in those in the face at all.
No, there is not. Just like my face.
So I'm just
It's
wrestling with power.
Yeah. Like, did you get Botox, Johnny?
He's just like like you've seen his cheeks have barely moved for like the last 10 minutes.
Johnny, you should probably make sure there's not like arsenic in that steak or something. You know, one time I was in an announcer booth, man was eating a steak, dropped dead, flat on the table. It was the last we ever heard of Big Daddy Dan. Like he was just done after that. Get yourself checked out. There's a medic over there. I think she's 16.
So I'm gonna retain control and transition into the next sequence.
What'd you roll? I didn't.
I got a 9.
Oh, okay.
So Katrina, while Iconic is on the ground, she like looks down, she spits on Iconic and kicks her, and Iconic rolls all the way to the edge of the ring, and like her arm flops out of the ring. So Carmella Davis tags her. Carmella jumps in, and Carmella.
I want it to be known that whenever Carmella jumps in, she does the Peter Pan pose.
Oh my God! Yes.
Oh.
So Carmella comes in, does the pose, and while that's happening, Katrina has been slowly just like plodding her way towards Carmella. So as soon as Carmella like strikes the pose, she just reaches around and locks her in a headlock and slams her onto the ground again, just like over the shoulder. And like this is, if long-standing fans of PWN will have seen that like Death Blossom used to be like a very technical wrestler, still like a brawler, but like a very technical, high-flying whatever. This is just all like slam, 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 slam. So I got a 13 to wrestle with power.
Are you
So I'm going to take
momentum
plus
or
one heat with Carmella.
You're gonna get it with both because it's a tag team match.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's perfect. So I'll take plus one heat with Carmella and Iconic. So she just slams and looks around and like just wide-eyed glare at the audience. Like, this is who I am now.
Ugh, just chilling, just chilling. See this, Johnny, what you've got here is a classic battle between good and evil, light and dark, the living, the dead. Really peppy ladies in questionable wrestling attire, and really dour ladies in somewhat more acceptable wrestling attire.
It is truly the best movie of our time.
There's a small child in the
Have you
front
seen
row
Star Wars?
who is wearing
It's a good
a
movie.
long-lived Death Blossom shirt, who is cowering in fear.
So yeah, she looks down at the child and she like makes eyes like, I'm watching you. She's like, this is for you. She goes for scoops up Carmella and just does the straight up lift and holds her there for like 5 seconds.
Oh yeah.
Just a real. This is a feat of strength. She's
Yeah.
like, I am more powerful than you could have ever imagined, and then like tries to hurl her out of the ring.
Is this what they call raising the stakes, Benny?
No, the stakes were another bit. They did that earlier. Johnny, you gotta keep pace, buddy. You got too much meat on the brain. No.
It's
Go ahead.
You're good. I get a 10.
Okay.
So I'm gonna impress my opponent and gain +1 heat with them. So that's another heat with both Carmella and Iconic.
Okay.
So she's hucked out, but it's not. We're fighting to a pinfall, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not. She doesn't care. She's just like, I just need you out of my space right now.
So yeah, so I would
go ahead.
assume like part of this is that you wouldn't retain control, but Iconic is gonna rush over to her and try to help her.
Yeah. At which point, Katrina turns to Vampirus and like beckons with one flick of the wrist, and they climb onto the ropes together. No. They go to opposite ends of the ring. So they're left turnbuckle, right turnbuckle. They make eye contact, and they both go for elbow drops onto the two of them as they're going to as they're like checking on each other.
Oh, here they come. They're setting up a double drop. They're going in. Oh my god. They're gonna kill her. They're gonna kill her.
I feel like that's working with our opponent. So I'll roll with heat.
Yeah.
That's a 7.
Okay.
So I'm going to give them control now.
Okay.
And take +1 momentum.
I think it's gonna hit. This hits. And everyone kind of ends up in this tangle on the ground. And they manage to just barely claw their way out of the mess and like get a breath before I think Katrina picks both of them up and flings them into the ring.
Yeah, like get back in there.
Yeah, get back in there. And Katrina gets back in and with Vampirus and both
You know, traditionally, wrestling does take place inside of a ring, Johnny. It's very unusual. It's a very new technique to try to wrestle outside of it, but it works for some people.
And I think that Iconic and Carmella run up to both Vampirus and Katrina simultaneously. So Iconic against Carmella against Katrina and Iconic against Vampirus, and just get stopped against the chest and are both picked up by the two of them and thrown into the middle in a heap. And then the two of you, I don't know what's your tag team finishing move?
Oh gosh.
Because I think that this is the time. I know I'm in control, but I like this for the momentum.
Yeah.
It just.
You're so creative. You get to call the end of the match whenever you want to see it.
Because Vampirus and Katrina are booked to win. So I think this is a good way to call it. What does your finisher look like?
I think we probably have a couple that we've like worked together. So this one, you know, we were just talking about this at the top of the stream. I kind of want to do it now. So Katrina goes off to the side of the ring and grabs a shovel and drags it into the ring. And like, she's not even carrying it. She's like slow dragging it behind her as Vampirus like picks the two of them up. And Katrina like punctures a hole in the ring with the shovel. And like underneath the ring, like someone's rigged up a bunch of lights to like spew out like red light, and the fog machines like start wisping up from underneath it. And Katrina like lifts up Iconic, and Vampirus lifts up Carmela and stands them up as they're like reeling. Katrina throws the shovel over her shoulder, like it bangs off the ring, and the two of them go back to back. Like they first they like clasp hands, then they go back to back, and they do opposite end super kicks to the face to knock both Iconic and Carmela into the pit. It's the kicked into hell.
You have to pin them though. Don't forget.
Yeah, so they're gonna kick them in and then dive in after them.
Oh, okay. Okay.
To pin.
Yeah. Okay. I like that.
Johnny, this is incredible. She's going for the shovel. She's opening up the middle of the ring. I can't believe. Would you say this? You actually had a name for this? What was it again? The kicked into hell.
Kicked into hell. I think.
I think it is. It's yes. They're going for the kicked into hell. Johnny, I haven't seen this kind of. It's just. I don't believe it. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this, Johnny. This is incredible.
Yes, well, there's this top-notch dark magic right here.
No, I think it's a shovel, Johnny. But
so I landed a 10 for that.
Oh yeah, so you did. I don't know what that does for you. But...
For me, as the monster, it means you hit your finisher clean, you gain +1 audience. So we spin, we snap, we super kick them back into the pit. We dive in after them, and like there's enough of it exposed. I think
the ref is up there, and the ref is looking down.
The ref is looking down. Yeah. And like you can see like Carmela's hand like up occasionally, and then one hand like Vampirus will pull her back down, and then Iconic's hand comes up, and Katrina pulls her back down, and the ref like is leaning over,
counting.
Bam, 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 bam.
Trying to escape the third ring of hell, but they just can't make it out of there, Johnny. That's amazing. It's called for the. They don't have a team name, but you know the spooky ones. Hey, spooky ones. Yeah.
And the winners of the Tag Team Title Championship is Vampirus and who is it again? Oh, Katrina Calavera.
Johnny, who they got working these microphones? Can we take them away from them?
How do you leave the ring? Your team triumphant.
So Katrina picks up the shovel and just tosses it into the pit. She grabs Vampirus's hand. They lift it up to the sky. And then I think Katrina lets out like a blood-curdling scream. The arena goes red as like the lighting effects like light the whole arena. And she scoops up the microphone, and she growls into the microphone, "We are the Blood Moon, and we're rising." And she hucks the microphone into the pit as well, and then they stride off together, hand in hand.
Well, Benny, that was definitely a symphony for the night.
I feel like you're trying to reference something here, Johnny, but I need you to understand I don't know everything. I know I've got an encyclopedic knowledge of everything that has happened in wrestling since 1913, but just not following this time, Johnny. It was an incredible, incredible showing. You know, I think this PWN of yours, I think people should be tuning into it. There's promise here.
Thank you, Benny. It was great to have you.
Now, where'd they put that shovel?
Iconic, you don't see Iconic and Carmella come out of the ring. I think that's the great part of that move too, is that the people never leave.
Oh yeah.
They just show up later.
You know, this Ron Sterling character, he's got his work cut out for him. Because Katrina, what she's got is his number. Although isn't he dead too? Isn't that the angle on this? I thought he died. Everybody's dead.
Can announcers break kayfabe?
We can.
Benny can.
Benny can. Benny's old
Benny
school.
can.
I love that you made an old school announcer. Okay, we open up on Alistair's office.
Oh god.
Remember the yellow light peering through the slits of the blinds across his desk, which is empty. And you see Alistair is not there, but in the doorway, you just see Ash standing there. What does she do?
Yeah, I think it's like she's like, no, she doesn't knock on the door. She just like pushes it open, and looks around, and it's just like, typical, asleep at the wheel. Okay, well, and she like walks over and like, does he have like a side table or like a mantelpiece or something with like?
Yeah, sure.
What kind of like shitty art would he have? Would he have like trophies or something, or does he have like?
He has like pictures of his family, and so above he's got like on his wall pictures of people he's met, like famous wrestlers. So
Okay.
you know, like whatever you can come up with there. He's got pictures of him and his new wife, and next to it is pictures of him and his kids, and his new wife and his kids look exactly the same age. Yeah, he's got
What a POS.
he's
Seriously.
he's literally the fucking worst. He's got like a picture of him shaking hands with the mayor of Vancouver. He's got like a certificate of achievement from from Vancouver City saying that he's like a philanthropist or whatever bullshit. He's got like some trophies from little league teams that he sponsored. Like it's like that, you know, local businessman bullshit.
Yeah, and as she's walking by this stuff, she's kind of like running her hands along, like her finger like along the surface, just kind of like checking it for dust, and then kind of like gets and runs over to the or that path then traces up to like where that picture you said of like his current family. She just kind of like looks at it, just rolls her eyes, and just like boop, flicks it over, and is kind of like slowly like got her hands on her hips, like looking around the office, and kind of like sways over to the main desk, and is kind of like looking around and pushes the chair back and just plops down, puts her boots up onto the desk, creaks back in the chair a little bit. That's horrible, and it smells like smoke, but suppose it'll do. She just leans back in the desk chair. And if nothing happens for a minute, she'll kind of like lean forward and start rifling through the stuff at the desk. If he's got one of those little like clacky ball things, she just kind of like reaches over and is like.
I love it. It just cuts on Ash messing with Alistair's office. It's good shit.
I think the cook's gonna come in for this one.
Oh, I like it. Okay.
So the cook's gonna actually be at the threshold of the office. How's the chair?
Miserable. Somebody should really burn this whole place to the ground. How you doing, Cook?
Probably. I'm doing good. I saw your match with Diesel. You crushed her.
That wasn't a match. That was punishment for thinking that she is even worth my time.
True.
See, in an actual wrestling match, there's like a back and forth, and we're like, "Woo, who's gonna win?" I'm going to win because this is like somebody getting like mugged. Really, is what it was.
Yes, I saw how feeble Diesel looked in your presence.
Because she's a no talent hack. Yeah. Can I help you, the cook?
No, I just wanted to see how you are doing.
Well, I'm glad you're looking out for me. I'm fine, the cook. Since when have you ever cared? Since when has anybody in this company ever cared about what I'm doing, unless it's to wipe their asses?
Look, I got to where I am because of you.
I know.
So I want to say thank you.
You know, it's funny. I go all
Yeah.
this time. No, yes, no, it's please, I know, hold your laughter. It's an idiom. It's real funny how like so much time I get treated as a doormat by this promotion, and then suddenly, now that I'm riding high and I've got some belt somewhere, people are coming up to me and kissing my ass, much like you're doing right now, the cook. So if you've got something you want to gain from me, you know, at least have the self-respect to not waste like my time and yours to just tell me whatever it is you want, because I mean, wherever the hell Alistair is, apparently I run this place now, so.
Yeah, well, the only thing I care about right now is just making sure that if you're gonna burn this place down, I would like not to be here.
If you can't stand the heat, cook. I really need to say the rest of that.
No, you don't.
That's what I thought. Thank you, you're dismissed.
I'm living for New Phoenix.
I love New Phoenix so much.
Does Alistair smoke?
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
pull out
Cigarettes or cigars?
cigars. Oh,
Okay.
cigars. He's bougie AF, man.
But she
Yeah.
she pulls like open the desk door. She's like, like pulls out the cigar. I'm Alistair. I have a small business. Prick.
And literally
Puts the cigar.
at that moment, Alistair walks in, and I just am envisioning him. Okay, so he's like a partially Vince McMahon, but I envision him walking like that. You know, like how
Oh, yeah,
Vince
the-
McMahon does the
The noodle arm walk.
walk, and then the face that Vince McMahon makes, the face, and he walks in and makes that face, and then it cuts. And then we open on shit. That was good. On is that the one I used earlier? I think that's the one I used earlier. Yeah. That same dark room full of flowers. I just can't wait to see what happens with this. Full of roses. And Katrina Calavera is in the middle of them.
She's sitting on a chair, like a little fold-out metal chair, with her head down, and she slowly raises her head with this. So she's still got the like half sugar skull makeup on the bottom jaw, her red eyes, the fishnet shirt with the bloody bandage wraps, and her hands are folded in front of her. When you bury your enemies, who cares where they go? But I'll tell you one thing. They make great fertilizer. Even in death, the weak can still be useful to you. And the incredible quality of hothouse, death house flowers. Well, that's proof. I won't tell you exactly what they put in their fertilizers or how they get the results that they do. But just know, I endorse them wholeheartedly. In life and in death. She smells one. She says, if I still had a sense of smell, I'd tell you these were beautiful. Find out for yourself. Get a dozen for only $15.99. Free delivery, day or night. She gets up, she kicks over the chair, and she like disappears into the she walks into the field of roses behind her, just like pushes through them.
And then up on it in like script, Like smoke script. Death house. Hothouse flowers. In life or death. Day or night delivery. I love the day or night delivery.
The only 24/7. We really need some flowers at midnight.
It's a thing.
It's a thing.
On their territory, you know, you got to find a way to stand out in that situation.
Yeah, you
That's
gotta
right.
stand out. You
It's a
gotta offer
competitive
midnight
market.
delivery. Yeah, what you gotta do.
I'd rather have those ads than what is it, Winston Flowers on NPR or whatever every 5 minutes from fundraisers.
Fuck you, 1-800-Flowers. We got the market on this bullshit.
The 90s were a ruthless time, truly.
All right.
900 numbers. Oh.
I think it's time, my friends. I think it's time. We're
Oh,
gonna
boy.
go to the title match. Are we ready? Behind the announcer table, we have. What's his name? I didn't write it down because I'm a dumbass.
Benny Templeton.
Benny Templeton and Ramiro Rios. Oh my god. What is this going to be?
I don't know. I barely know who Benny is.
By God, PWN super fans, I gotta tell you, it is just absolutely an incredible pleasure to be here with one of the most incredible legends in wrestling in the region, Benny Templeton. It's truly an honor to be here with you and to have your expertise on this incredible matchup.
No, clearly shit, sorry. Clearly Rudioso, but like remember, I've got arthritis. I'm not deaf. Thank you.
I thought arthritis had problems with the bones and not the ears.
That's my point. Jesus, you are yelling real loud. You know, these microphones, it's an incredible invention that they brought forward. It revolutionized the sport, but it makes your voice way louder for the rest of the people. You don't actually have to yell to them. They can hear you in the back. How you doing, Ramiro? I am I am very excited about this coming match. We got the Battle of the Thes, the Cook, the Chad. One of them is going home, King the.
It's actually the Cook, the surgeon, but whatevs.
Or the surgeon. This.
I don't know that Chad could run in. That's
Oh,
a
sure,
move.
These cards are giving me Donnie. They're killing me over here. What is this nonsense?
I'm truly sorry,
Benny. I have
Benny.
a date
It's-
later, though. Who knows?
The quality of the production is not usually so slapshod. We'll be sure to get right on that and fix the problems as soon as possible. However, entering the ring, we have the Cook and the Surgeon, two incredible pieces of meat in the PWN roster, ready to fry it up and tear it up in the ring. The Cook, as we all know, everybody's favorite. They love to hate and they hate to love him. He's got an incredible repertoire. And the Surgeon, the Silver Gargoyle, the Force of the Night, is ready to pounce on the Cook.
You know, I have heard that the Surgeon, they've only ever said one word, one time. But didn't nobody hear it, so nobody knows what it is, but the rumor persists to this very day.
It was probably fries.
You know, that may very well be Ramiro. That may very well be. Well, tonight we'll find out if they cry out when the Cook puts them on the grill or whatever. I'll be honest, I'm kind of new to PWN.
Well, we're happy to have you, and frankly, I'd be more than happy to show you the ropes behind the scenes and get you acquainted with all the whole situation if you're going to be joining us for more than just a few weekends in a stint. However, we will find out whether or not the Cook will be able to speak a second word, and if that word will be victory or if it will be uncle.
Ramiro, I hate to break it to you, but the ropes are actually out. And I point at the ring. They're actually out there in the ring. They're not backstage. It's fundamental. The ring is where the ropes are.
That's right. And entering the ring, here comes the Surgeon. They are just an incredible, sparkling force in the night and ready to mix it up here in the ring in PWN.
Glowing like Manny the Moon as they come down. It's just incredible. It's just incredible.
Again, the lights go dark, and then there's this brilliant spotlight, on a disco ball in the center of the ring, and it just sparkles everywhere. And then there's a spotlight on this silver beacon as the surgeon stands there like this, not gargoyling, standing. And next to them is the Chad. What is the Chad's ring wear? What is the Chad wearing out to the ring?
Exactly what he wears all the time.
I love it. It's perfect. It's the best. It's the best. And the surgeon just puts their hand on the Chad's shoulder in some solidarity. Let's do the fist bump. And then does their thing. I know, that's why I picked it. And just heads to the ring. Runs. Full tilt runs to the ring. And slides through the bottom ropes. How does the Chad walk to the ring?
He gingerly walks, he's like just super
Chill.
basic. He's
Chill and
basic. Yeah, he's chill and basic. And he takes his time.
Yeah, I like it. He makes it, and the surgeon just stands in the middle of the ring, goes to the turnbuckle, does their gargoyle thing with the hands, and looks at everyone. And Chad, are you taking a position? The Chad, are you taking a position in a corner?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you say anything? You don't have to. I'm just asking.
I
There they are, standing, shining like a beacon of these. There's so many these in the ring. I cannot wait to see what that particular thee has to say right now, Ramiro.
Yeah, we really don't know what's gonna happen, but
who's the old dude?
Hey!
a stunning
Ramiro,
color commentary from the surgeon's manager, the Chad. Just
Ramiro, I think he's talking to you. That's real rude.
What's up, dog? What's up? Oh, dude! I know that guy. Benny. Hey, dude.
Jesus Christ, he saw me.
Hey, what's
Hi,
up,
Chad.
dog?
Hi.
Yeah.
Chad, we've been over this. You have a wrestling match right now. You got to get in the ring and wrestle or manage, whatever.
Yeah, dude. I don't get in the ring, man. That's not. You know me, man.
No, I know. God help me. I've seen you. This is not your first time around the squared circle, and I drink every day to forget the Chad. I drink every day.
Cool. We'll get a drink later, man. All right.
We absolutely are not under any circumstances.
Oh, Benny. Oh, so cool. Yeah.
Hey, kid, I get some Tums.
And then
Jesus Christ.
and coming into the ring, here he is, America's favorite cooking star and master of the ring. It's the cook.
The true cooking papa.
The cook's gonna be coming out. We're having the chef's jacket loosely opened, showing his rippling pecs, and he's gonna have his black shorts with the crisscross frying pans on the bottoms, and then on the boot, and he has his black boots with the fork and spoon on either end. And you see him; he's actually gonna be juggling both his frying pans today. He's in a good mood. And then he hands off both frying pans to a small intern, who then collapses because they're actually heavy as hell.
It's like
Behind
Kid Glow, they're,
him.
like, way heavy.
is a tall, thin woman with dark black hair pulled back in a bun, a thin face, pushing a cart of kitchen implements to the ring.
Yep.
Oh, Popeye.
Oh, Popeye. You did get that? That's why you
Yeah,
got
I
what-
did.
okay, I just want to make
I did.
sure.
Why it
I
kills
did.
me every time.
I know, I'm just making sure.
It does.
Okay.
Meanwhile, here comes the cook. He's oiled up, ready to go. He's got the beautiful olive oil with him. And I really think that the battle of the professions here, we're gonna really find out that, just because you get paid a lot, you drive a fancy car, and you work at a hospital, that doesn't mean you're better than regular folk like the cook.
That's right. Most of PNW and the PWN fandom certainly appreciates the cook's particular brand of a greasy spoon that he brings to the ring.
And his particular brand of, I was gonna say salad dressing, but it's not. It's,
Steak.
Steak, and his particular brand of steak sauce, which I will admit I have not tried myself, but I get a lot of free crap sent to my house these days.
He does have salad dressing as well.
Oh, he does have, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember, that's the first one.
That was the first one.
I tried that, I put it on a steak, it was terrible, but that's okay, I do not hold it against the cook himself. I'm sure he's an amazing performer in the ring.
Are you doing anything as you make yourself way to the ring, or just making your way to the ring?
I'll make myself way into the ring.
Okay.
Walking
Right.
fast.
This is a title
Face
match.
fast.
Okay. Alright. Give me a title match. Alright.
Mm-hmm.
Who has control?
You're gonna start with control.
I'm gonna start with control. All right. So, what's gonna be most likely happening is the cook and the surgeon are kind of gonna circle each other for a little bit, and then probably for a few seconds, the surgeon's gonna run up to one of the turnbuckles and try to leap forward at the cook. At which time the cook is going to grab one of the surgeon's arms and basically try to swing them back through the rope and kind of nail them with their arms.
Okay.
I'm forgetting the term right now.
We're all really, daylight saving times is a bitch, y'all. I just want to remind you.
Daylight
It fucking
savings
sucks.
ruined my brain.
Yeah, it
The
fucking
cook
sucks,
looked
people.
looking a little slow out of the gate. I think the time change might be a factor in tonight's match.
I'm guessing that's gonna be work.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that'll be a 10, and so I'm probably going to, you know what? Let's build some heat with the surgeon. We haven't done that in a while.
Yeah.
I like
Voice-
it.
this
So,
voice-
the Chad, you're also getting a heat with the Chad.
Oh, with the Chad. Oh.
Yeah. You don't
yeah.
take a heat with the cook yet, but anytime that the surgeon gains heat with, you'll gain heat. So,
All right. And then so I'm gonna retain control. So what happens with that is, the surgeon kind of rebounds really quickly, and I'm gonna say for this one, he does something a little bit different this time, and actually just like a high jump, and tries to basically just latch on to the cook, and it's a lot different than usual, and the cook wasn't expecting it, and at this point, this is when the surgeon's going to try to grab and use the weight to flip the cook, and afterwards, the cook is going to try to, I would say with that, probably grab his leg and try to swing him to the rope and get out of it. So we're gonna try to make this amazing and memorable. So we're gonna roll heat for this one.
okay.
I wanted to build more heat for that. All right, so that was a 7. So I'm
Okay.
gonna give control, and I'm gonna gain momentum.
Okay.
That was
There
pretty
they go
amazing,
with
but
the alley-oop. The surgeon goes flying.
It was pretty amazing. I don't know if it was memorable though.
We'll see if
It wasn't that tense.
people can build up that momentum then and really take it home.
So, I'm going to give you control so you can narrate what happens, and then we'll talk about what roles and what we're going to do as that goes.
Okay.
Because you have a manager playbook, so we can talk about that. That's going to look different than what the surgeon's playbook is.
Yeah, I'm excited
Yeah.
to see how this works out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So all right. what was the last bit? The surgeon.
Oh, the surgeon basically like gargled in front of the cook,
Yeah.
and so and then try to flip him over using that sudden weight change.
Yeah.
And and so with that, because the cook still has the free hands, try to grab the legs to try to sweep him down.
Okay. And oh boy. Okay. Okay. So so the surgeon's down, right? Is
Yeah,
that
down
what
on the
happened?
mat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
down on
Yeah,
the mat.
okay. Awesome. So the so I assume the cook is going to try to take advantage of him being down, and I would say probably maybe grab like a leg or something, lift up, and maybe just like a backdrop kind of thing. And this is harder than it looks.
Yeah, it took us a long time to get used to this.
It's so hard.
Well, think about Kate, like what kind of style of wrestler is the surgeon?
The
Like,
surgeon is more of a flashy wrestler. So the surgeon is very much patterned on Gold Dust. So if you think of that kind of wrestling, that very fluid, flashy, over the top
I
kind
see.
of
Okay.
movements. Yeah. So
Yeah.
if you think of it that way, that might be the best way.
And the cook, like his wrestling style is
I'm mostly
High
like
flyer.
a high flyer, so I usually go for like very, very physically inducing kind of techniques that require a little bit more of a setup.
Okay. Okay. Well, that makes more sense. Okay. So then no, he wouldn't go and just grab the leg. No. He would probably it with the surgeon down on the ground, he would probably climb up the ropes and do some kind of like flip to kind of cement the surgeon down. And then probably have a situation where he goes to do that, and maybe the surgeon does like a roll. And starts to and rolls like towards the opposite side of the ropes, and kind of grabs them and does like a kind of leverages them to kind of do like a little flip back onto their feet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That works.
that feels flashy.
Yeah, I like it. Feels flashy. And then our what are they gonna do to attack?
Then I would so with the cook kind of stunned by that, and it's back on his feet, he would or they would, the surgeon would, they would use the ropes, and I would say like do like a kind of like a almost like a cartwheel type flip to slam down onto.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. What moves do you have again? I know you sent this to me. I can look at it.
Oh, my moves?
Yeah, just so I have an idea.
Okay, my moves, I have the meal ticket, which is the interfering.
Mm-hmm.
And then the mouthpiece, and then I have loyal. So those are they're all kind of like managerial moves,
Right,
really.
right, exactly. I'm just trying to get an idea of I want you to roll. I'm not gonna make you roll wrestle because that's not what the manager does.
Right.
So I'm trying to see what a good thing for that is.
You could be like, you could use loyal to say, like you're directing what
Yeah.
the surgeon is
Mhm.
doing.
Yeah.
Because you're taking action in your
Yeah.
client's best interest, quote
Yeah.
unquote.
I
Right.
think
Oh
that's a
yeah,
good idea.
don't go for this move. Do this one,
Yeah.
kid. Did this one.
Yeah.
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 So let's use whenever you're directing the action, let's use loyal. So roll loyal and we'll see how that works out. And we'll
Okay.
roll and you'll use that as like a work move for the wrestling, which is on the any match.
Okay.
That works. Does that work?
Yeah. Yeah, totally. So then that's a look. So I get plus
2d6
2.
plus look. Yeah, so plus
Yeah,
2.
cool. That's a 14. I rolled 2 6s.
What was that? What did I tell anybody if they roll a 12? What did I
You get 2 to pick 2
Or was it? Oh yeah.
because when it's
Yeah.
The-
It's
some-
usually-
because we were in a
if-
Royal Rumble basically. And
oh,
you
but
wanted
that
wanted-
was yeah.
you wanted that to be more of a
Oh, that's right.
because it's different. Because
Yeah.
it was for a different move. It was like on that move if we rolled.
Mhm.
Oh,
that
that's
one.
right. That's right.
You
Never
wanted
mind.
to just
Okay,
pick more
never
stuff
mind.
on.
All right, never
Yeah.
mind.
So that would be
It's pretty. It looks the most awesome ever, though. This is like a
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, loyal, you still get to pick 2. So.
yeah.
Oh, right. Well, am I
But
using
this is as the wrestle move.
As the
So
wrestle move,
on
that's
the
what I
10
thought.
plus, you
yeah. So
you'll
that's either
retain
plus
control.
Yeah, okay.
You'll get plus 2 momentum or gain 1 heat. So you can gain 1 heat with the cook, or you can
And then the momentum
fine.
is used just for adding to rolls, right?
you can add to rolls. You can spend it later to interrupt. You can
Ah.
spend it to do like your face move, like the baby face move. So yeah,
Oh,
you can
okay.
do different things with it.
Cool. All right. Yeah, I'll take the momentum.
Okay,
on
cool.
that. Yeah.
All right. So yeah, this lands perfectly. That cartwheel land. Now what does the surgeon do?
He well, now you can see like he starts to kind of glance over to the side of the ring. And Chad is like all sorts of like animated with his hands, and he's like flipping these little like signals and stuff.
I like it.
And and he just and so they look over and he would he'd go to like pick the cook up, and I'm thinking like a he would be a little wobbly, so kind of grab the cook by the wrists and start to like spin him around, like they're little kids, having fun.
I love this.
And to where the surgeon would kind of then drop to his knees, and use that leverage to
Fling the cook
to
across the.
fling the cook like towards, to like kind of go over the rope.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, roll that same move.
They're pulling him around in like a mixer out there. I can't believe it. I would think that would be the cook's own move, because that's his whole shtick, is the whole cook thing. But the surgeon being very surgical in a very flamboyant sort of way.
If there's one thing I've learned about the surgeon, it's that they're full of more questions than answers.
But you gotta keep in mind though, the secrets going on in the ring here. You watch the Chad's hands. That's the signals. That's the signals that he gives them to know the secret power.
That's a 7.
Okay, so you can retain control and transition in the next sequence, or you can give control back to the cook and gain a momentum.
I'll do that. I'll gain the momentum and give the control.
Perfect.
Okay.
So you've been flung out of the ring.
So I'm flung out of the ring. I look over at Olive Oil, and it's like, all right. And he starts nodding at her. It's like, I think we're gonna have to start cooking now. And he cracks his knuckles. And,
Okay, boss. Remember, I gave her a really dumb voice. I forgot about that, and I was like,
The cook's gonna get back into the ring, and he looks over at Olive Oil. It's like, time to start getting real, and then Olive Oil will toss a French bread loaf straight over the ring.
A loaf of French bread,
Like a baguette.
like a giant
It's a full
baguette, like a long
a full
one.
baguette, but it's a whole week old, so basically
It's
it's
like
as strong as iron.
stale and yeah.
It's
Oh
yeah,
my
it's stale,
God.
but it's harder than iron.
Ramiro, that is truly a foreign object.
That's right. I've never seen anything quite so crusty entering the ring, aside from, some of the old veterans that are ready to, frankly, tap out of the promotion.
I thought you were gonna say aside from like you, Benny, but
Oh no!
What are you trying?
but damn it!
What are you trying
Ramiro
to
is
say
to
there,
Benny
Ramiro?
what Kimberly is to Ron Steerling.
Oh, fair. Oh.
But you hear Chad go, like Benny!
This slacker over here. You can't count him out, but God damn, you want to try.
All right, and so the cook is gonna go in and basically blindside the surgeon with a of stale French baguette right across the face.
Foul! Foul!
This is your fucking gimmick, so you need to roll plus look. I'm sorry, this is your gimmick.
No.
I was gonna say it's either that or the hardcore move.
Yeah.
It's also gonna be. I'm gonna use the move, the anti-hero move rules. What rules? Because I took that up.
Oh, okay, that's fair too.
So if I decide to break the rules for a match, I just roll plus look. So yes,
Yeah,
it
so
does
it's
match
always
it does
plus
work out
look.
well. Oh, this should be fun. Oh, I rolled 11, but I get a +1, so it's 12.
Oh my
Beautiful.
Are
The
you
cook rises to the occasion, and the beast with the yeast is unleashed.
I feel like we need a shirt that says "The Beast with the Yeast is Unleashed."
We can make that.
Writing that. I know. I'm writing that shit down, Maddie. It's gonna
Truly,
happen.
he's looking to bag a victory today with that baguette.
Yeah, well, that baguette shatters into like crumbs as soon as that happens.
Like sugar glass.
That's
like
so
sugar
good.
glass.
It becomes
So
mist.
good. Are you taking the momentum or the heat?
I am probably gonna take the heat
Okay.
because I want to make this good.
Yeah, I like
want
it.
to make this
I like
good.
it. I
And
like
then,
it. I like it.
So, and then he yells over, and then he looks over at Olive Oil, is like, hand me the other one.
And
and
she
then-
just tosses in the other one.
Oh yeah, tosses in another one, and this time around he's going to use it like a spear and like jab it into the surgeon's gut and ram him into the side of the ropes.
Just like ram them right straight into the side of the ropes.
Yeah. So that's probably I'm gonna say we're gonna make this into we're gonna go for heat. So I have like what +3 heat now with the surgeon. So
Yeah.
we're gonna do that one.
The cook out there setting the table for pain with a double baguette from the beautiful Olive Oil.
I got a 7 total with the pluses. So I'm gonna retain control and proceed to the next sequence.
Okay.
And so jamming in to the side, and I'm gonna what's gonna end up happening is we're gonna flip the surgeon through the ropes and over.
Okay.
And this one, I'm gonna use the baguette as leverage. and this one, I feel like I'm gonna use power for this one.
Okay.
So I have a -1 to power, so this should be very entertaining to see how this happens. Okay. So I rolled a 6 total with that.
I'll put you over.
All right.
So what I think is happening is like the first baguette, right, just like disintegrated. I think Olive Oil is like passing you like fistfuls of these super stale baguettes. You're just like wailing in. Here comes the initial bash from the baguette sends the surgeon flying, and the surgeon is obviously trying to watch their carb limit. but the cook doesn't seem to give a good goddamn about that because he's pressing the surgeon up but by God, it's some kind of crusty crowbar. There it goes, and up an alley-oop through the ropes. There goes the surgeon flying out.
You know, I'm telling you, nobody's coming into this match half-baked, but they're always half in the ring. Why doesn't anybody fight in the ring?
And so with that, the cook is gonna get out of the ring, and he's gonna grab the small wheel cart, not the big one, but a smaller one, and he's actually going to run around to the other side of the ring and basically drive by the surgeon with a cart.
Like with the bread? Like what? Like
The cart with the bread. He's gonna use it as a drive-by implement.
I will also remind our guest, because you're new to the system, if at any point you wish to interrupt, you can spend a momentum to do that and have Chad do whatever Chad need do.
Yep.
Or just to take over the narration altogether. Like.
Dude. Okay. Yeah. I gotta think about this one. I had something before, but the time passed, and I was like, hey, yeah, thank you for that, because
totally spend it.
Yeah, I gotta think on this.
I'm literally about to drive over you.
You're gonna roll the cart over him?
Oh yeah, we're gonna.
Over them,
it's like, yeah, we're over them. Yep.
Oh, you said drive by. I was like,
yeah, so like drive.
You're driving
drive
over.
Through. Yeah.
Drive by is different than drive over. There are different things.
There are different versions. You're right.
A drive by is like.
Well, I was debating about bringing back the vegetable cannon, but
Oh my God, the vegetable cannon.
What kind of establishment lets this dude do this stuff? And then all right.
Ref is just picking his nose.
And also, you have your move, so don't forget that too.
Right. Okay. I think it would probably. I'd want to stop this, but I'm trying to think the most entertaining way to do this.
Because remember too, you don't just have control of the Chad. You also, if you seize narrative control, you also control the surgeon and the cook and Olive Oil, who are all involved in the match.
You control everything.
Yep. So yeah,
okay.
So you can have anybody do kind of whatever. You can have the cook just screw it up if you want.
Yeah, totally. Do it, Maddie.
But you can't control Templeton and Rudio, so we're beyond anybody's control.
Shit.
I think the Chad can control Templeton if he wants to.
The only thing you're controlling is my ulcer.
If they want to.
Well, the Chad is he.
I've got to no. Chad is a they.
Chad is a they.
I forget this sometimes.
Oh, okay, fair.
Yeah,
that's fair.
God, I'm feeling like my mother-in-law with like, God, I swear. All right. So yeah, I will spend momentum and I will take over the narrative. So what does this little push cart look like?
It's gonna be silver with 4 wheels. There's also an entire assortment of baguettes there.
There's an entire assortment of baguettes on the little cart that you're gonna run over the guy with.
Yeah. I mean, the cart itself is heavy, so I mean.
Okay. All right. And how? Okay, and just so I'm getting the full picture here, how does that little cart get out there with the big cart? Does somebody?
Well, there was a small cart. So there's the big cart with like all the cooking implements, and then there's smaller carts to go with it.
Oh.
There are PAs.
I brought out the kitchen.
There are PAs that bring them out.
There's just PAs to like bring out these little carts. Okay. All right. Perfect. So
canonically, it's the local AV club.
Yeah.
There we go. So we've got we've got little Jimmy bringing out this little cart, because he sees this is happening. He's pushing it out there to get it in position for the cook. and kind of puts a little too much force into it, and it kind of rolls in a way that Cook didn't expect, and oh, that would be awful.
Do it.
Then
Just
do
do
it.
Do it.
So it like
Yeah.
misses the cue, for Cook to grab, and it just kind of like careens past him and just like slams into olive oil. And she's just like toppled over, covered in bread now. And
I mean, it's perfect. What else do you want to dip your bread in than olive
what are you
oil?
gonna dip your bread in?
Butter.
Oh,
Dip your bread in
damn
butter.
it!
Writes itself.
Oh, wow, I just knocked over all of my candies.
Oh no!
Oh wow, I was
Okay.
really animated right there. So this totally distracts the cook because he's like, my bread.
He's not concerned about olive oil. He's concerned about the bread.
Yeah,
he's
he's the cook.
totally concerned about the
Yeah,
bread,
that's-
and then he's also thinking in his mind, garlic, dried garlic needs to be in that dip, and that's just enough time for like the Chad to run over and kind of like talk and like kind of physically help the surgeon up, and he kind of does a little like whisper into his ears, and the surgeon, all of a sudden, like the head just like pivots around really fast, just like looks over at the cook, and he's kind of like on the opposite side of the ring now at this point. So the surgeon kind of like grabs the one of the ropes to kind of like flip himself into the ring and runs across the ring, and does like another like very very flashy acrobatic flip out, uh yeah, onto the cook. God, I lost his name for a second. Wow.
Onto the cook. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
just yeah,
Okay.
like real flashy, really just
Let's over the top,
yeah.
acrobatic, all over the place. Yeah, I like it. Roll your plus look.
Hey, that is a 9.
Okay, so you either retain control in transition or give your opponent control and gain 1 of momentum.
I'll retain control.
Okay.
And so he'll land down on the cook, and they're kind of like face down on top, and the surgeon will kind of pick up and grab the cook and kind of like run him back into the ring,
Okay.
and so kind of flip the cook into the ring, and then he does another, grabs the ropes to do a very flashy flip back into the ring.
So like grabs the ropes kind of like up onto the rope and then does kind of like a frog splash onto the
Yeah.
nice. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
totally.
Cool.
Poor
Oh,
olive oil. I haven't seen a woman covered in that much food since my sister Judith's acid reflux kicked up at Passover. Ugh.
My God, I wouldn't want to be a party of that, any of that. It just sounds like an absolute nightmare, just like the nightmare that's happening in the ring right now.
Oh my God, you're killing me. I got a 14.
Shit.
I'll do.
That'll do, donkey.
That'll do.
That'll do.
Ooh.
Okay. Are you gaining the 2 momentum or the +1 heat?
We'll go with the heat.
Nice. Take the heat. You get a
Yeah.
+1 heat with the cook.
Yeah.
Nice.
And so with that, they are, after the hit, they're gonna do another roll,
Mhm.
and it's kind of like the roll away and kind of stops the body to do like a almost like I kind of picture like a little mini breakdance spin,
I like it.
to kind of get their like footing and stuff, but like crouched, and they'll look over to the Chad, and the Chad will flip a couple more signals at them, and
There it is, the secret power I was talking about.
and yeah, I kind of picture this this kind of like almost like a barrel roll towards the cook, to where the right as they're landing to roll is right near like right at the cook, kind of grabs them and does like a almost like a rag doll, kind of flipping them over their body.
I like this, like the barrel roll ragdoll flip into the middle of the ring into a pin kind of thing. Yeah, I like that.
Yes,
Okay.
roll up.
Yeah, I like that. So yeah, roll your thing.
That is a 9.
Okay. Are you retaining control or giving control and gaining a momentum?
I will. Yeah, I'll see control.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So the cook's in the center of the ring, right? And,
Pinned at the moment.
Oh, pinned. Okay.
This is the championship. Just reminding you.
Yep. It is.
The cook finding himself in a real fruit roll-up out there. They specifically, I'm sorry, Ramiro, they specifically handed me a card that said food puns. I'm trying to... You've got a cute business here.
All right. So he feels himself in a tight bind, and I feel like this is where we're gonna pull a heel maneuver here, and this is where Alvo finally gets herself back up and throws in grabs a cast iron pan, puts on the mat, and then swings it through with enough strength, and then the cook grabs it and whacks the surgeon to get out of it, and gets ready to line himself up for a finishing maneuver.
Okay. Perfect. And then so you're doing this to win the match, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Okay. The Chad, I want to remind you that you have a move that you can use, and this would be the moment to use it.
Oh, okay.
Because you're a guest, I'm wanting to remind you.
Okay, and that is the first move, right?
Yeah, the first move.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I'll spend a momentum.
Okay.
To do the meal ticket.
Okay, perfect.
And I will. How do I want to do this? Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm going to. As this is happening, the Chad would have been like walking around the ring, and going up to like one of the carts, and grabbing a frying pan as well. And as he sees this thing go down with olive oil throwing the pan in and him whacking, he's gonna like yell out the loudest, "Dude!" And you see the surgeon just like they were in a daze from that smack, but just like narrow focuses in on that yell, and looks right at the Chad, and the Chad will flip or will slide a pan to them, and they'll return the favor.
Okay, so let's roll this to see how well this goes.
Okay.
I think you just roll a 2d6.
Yeah, I just rolled 2d6, right?
2d6.
Yeah. Okay. Holy crap, it's a 10.
Nice.
That's good. Okay, this is going to go off without a hitch. Your clan is going to get the win. I put something in chat that I think would be great. You can decide. Anyway, so what does this look like?
Okay. So the surgeon will see the Chad, see the pan, and just kind of scoop at it, whacking the cook in the back of the head, or the back, just like on the, doing that hit where they know it's not going to hurt.
Yeah. Like the back of the shoulder.
Yeah. The back of the shoulders there. But enough to, and then they will essentially do another body roll, but making sure, like, he's definitely making sure that their legs like flip up in the air. It's part of it, just make sure there's like that extra panache and sparkle, and they'll go in for the pin,
and then the ref just goes 1, 2, 3. We have a new champion, friends.
And at that moment, the Chad is going to, he's not very strong, but he does kind of like do this thing where he kind of puts his body up there and knows how to kind of roll into the ring,
It's like a Zen roll.
He's got that chunky roll.
Yeah.
And he gets up and he goes over and God, man, I'm terrible today. I had an hour of sleep. I gotta explain. So they will kind of they'll put their hands up on the surgeon and just kind of like nod at him, and then as the announcer is doing the whole thing, Chad's gonna kneel down to the cook.
Ask permission. Consent is key.
Of course. Chad's gonna kneel down to the cook and offer a hand up.
The cook will take it,
and they'll help him up to his feet and look him in the eyes. I'm so sorry, but I can't help myself. I need to kiss you, dude.
The cook will happily reciprocate.
Yeah.
And yeah.
What is going on with while they're kissing? I want to know what's going on with the announcing.
You want to lead us off, Ramiro?
Yeah, Ramiro practically flips over the table and leaps up, hands on the desk. It's incredible! Not only is it an incredible upset in the ring here tonight at PWN Presents Slaughter, did we not see incredible wrestling, but now we've learned that yes, it's true, love can bloom on the battlefield. It's a beautiful thing, and by God, I'll be damned if I don't have tears in my eyes.
I feel like somebody's making another reference over here, Ramiro, that I don't fully understand. But you know what I do understand? That it is truly the gay 90s.
I hope that everyone in history will remember this time period as one of the most fantastically and unapologetically homoerotic times in American history. Certainly this promotion, I'm proud to be a part of it. I think we all are, and I think that we're incredibly satisfied to see that sensitivity and passion and love can have a place in such a toxic masculine time, and a place in which people are socialized to believe
Ramiro,
violence is the
Ramiro,
only way to socialize and to express your emotions. It's okay to have feelings. It's
Ramiro.
okay to love people. You can love whoever you want. Ramiro's
Ramiro,
like,
pills.
They're, like the kid medic has like rushed up to Ramiro and has gotten out the blood pressure cuff and has put it around Ramiro's arm and is like checking Ramiro's blood pressure at this moment.
he's like shoving pills in his mouth like Tic Tacs.
So much aspirin. So much aspirin.
I'm very excited too, Ramiro. I tell you, they are a cute couple. You know, I mean, not as cute as the beautiful Olive Oil, but hey, still pretty cute. I wish them all the best of the luck in the world. You know, it's hot out there. It ain't easy, but I feel like something happened on television today. I just don't know what.
And I think unless there's anything else anybody needs to do, I think that's a good way. Okay, we're gonna the camera fades, and we just get Alistair in his office in his chair. Ash is not there. I don't know how that worked out. We'll maybe find out later. Who knows? Sitting in his office, watching the video, kind of smiling like, And then it cuts to, let me find what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. Are you getting music? Because I'm not. Okay, good.
Yes, you're good.
This band, PWN presents Slaughter! Sundays, 3 p.m. on KPTV 12. Tune in next week to find out what happens next. I love this music, man. I'm so jamming to this
So
music.
good. So good.
It is very cemented in my brain as the PWN theme song.
I did get asked to put together a playlist of these songs, which are all royalty free, and so I will do that by next week for people, since this is all just in so I'll put together a playlist and I'll share it with you all on Google Drives. Enjoy that for a second.
So good.
All right. That was fun. Also, I just need to say at the end of this, make it gay, motherfuckers. Anyway, that's all I gotta say.
Gay it up.
Get up. That was so much fun. Thank you so much, everybody who hung out with us today. I had a great time. I hope y'all did too. Let us go around. Oh no, we have end of game stuff, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
There's an end of session move. I forget what it is.
Where the F is it? I can't find it. Shit.
We're super good at this. Do-do-do-do.
I'm really bad at remembering the end of game shit and the beginning
End of
game.
episode, cooling off, or future endeavors.
Here we go. Yeah. Each character
Right.
loses 1 heat with any character they didn't have a segment or otherwise significantly interact with during the episode.
Not.
Oh,
And
Oh.
anybody at 0 audience is fucking fired.
Oh yeah.
well, yeah. Now, for sure. Now, anybody.
Yeah. Used to be I was immune to that. No longer.
No longer.
My role has become much more volatile. Let's see.
I think everybody's good. I know that you didn't interact with the Chad, Ash, but like,
yeah, I know I lose a ton of heat because the problem is I got a whole bunch of heat from the nonsense of last episode,
yeah.
but like I didn't have any interactions with Death
Oh, that's
Blossom,
right,
I didn't
that's
have
right.
anything with Ron. I didn't have anything with Rocket Man or the Surgeon, Iconique or Ghost or Carmela Davis. Were all people I had heat with. They've all just dropped to 0.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah. I dropped on Sterling and Death Blossom for
That's
sure.
because Steerling's in the freaking hospital, man. There's not much we can do
You
about
can't have
that.
heat.
Oh,
with
we're
a
gonna
corpse.
fix that.
We're gonna fix that.
Does my call out of Ron count as having an
Yes,
interaction?
I think
Yeah.
so. I think
Okay,
so.
so I stay
Oh,
at 4 with
yeah.
Ron. That makes sense because we're keeping that feed
Yeah.
going.
Yeah.
But I lost. I'm like at 0 with Ash. I'm 0 with the cook. I'm
You'll
0
get it
with
back.
Diesel.
You'll get it
We'll
back.
get it back
Don't
up.
worry.
It kind
Yeah.
of makes
Get it
sense
back
now that I
up.
think about it, because like when I talked about Ron, it was just like, I'm done with you. I'm over you. Whatever. So
Yeah.
well, you're like, no, I'm a Terminator now.
Thank you. Next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I have ideas for next time for my for the Cooks and Ron's interaction.
I
So
like
it's
it.
gonna-
I'm excited for this. All right. Let's go around. Shout out who you are, where we can be finding you on the internet, and what you're involved in. We're going to start with Maddie. Thank you so much for guesting with us. The Chad is ridiculous and awesome, and we love them. So, and we love you. So thanks for joining us.
They were so silly. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you so much for having me. Oh my god, this was so much fun. And I seriously, I'm not a big wrestling fan and stuff like that, but God, this show's so good, guys. It's so good. It's so entertaining, and I'm a fan. I'm a personal fan. So anyway, thank you for having me. I am Maddie, aka So Maddie Games. You can find me 2 to 3 days a week over at Soul Bear RPG playing Dungeons and Dragons, or on my channel where I host talk shows. And coming up here soon, very soon, in a few weeks time, we're gonna next weekend, Sunday nights, we're gonna start some tabletop gaming on my channel every other Sunday. And a few weeks we're gonna be starting a little mini campaign, and it's all playtesting, and we're gonna be playtesting some Dragonlance stuff. Kate is gonna be in it, Jackie is gonna be in it, and so yeah, like cross stuff, yeah. So I do the So Chatty, and we have the Discord, and we talk about butts a lot, so
Yep.
warning.
Lots of butts. It's fun.
Well, quite a bit.
But my channel's also for grown-ups, because we use language and we say grown-up stuff, so it's not a place to bring your kids, but we have fun. We're good people. And So Nerdware, of course, we are proud sponsors of Welcome to the Party. We love this place. This is the epitome of what is good in this community. I love this. I love you guys so much. Thank you for having me.
It was great having you. Thank you so much for being here and bringing the Chad to life as part of PWN Presents. All right.
Can now,
Next.
baby.
Yeah, I love it. The Chad
Mhm.
will be back probably.
Mhm.
Jackie.
Oh, hi everybody. I'm Jackie, better known as Death by Mage on the internet, and you can find me all over Twitter and Instagram at Death by Mage. And we got stuff coming up. Notably, we have the Unbreakable anthology coming out for D&D. It's a D&D 5e Asian anthology full of adventures. It's written by Asian writers and illustrated by Asian artists. It's coming out sometime soon, probably this month. We're still finishing up the last little bits of it, so hopefully we'll get it out soon for everyone to really enjoy it. We're really looking forward to everyone enjoying it. It's awesome.
Cool.
I think that's it.
All right. Simon.
Hello, I'm Simon, and you can find me on Twitter at Lucha Libris. You can find me here every week, obviously, at this time. Same bad time, same bad channel. I'll also be running a one-shot of the survival sci-fi RPG Mothership for side quests on Welcome to the Party next Monday, so tune in for that.
Is this coming Monday or the Monday after?
Monday the 16th.
Okay.
Yes,
tomorrow.
next week, not tomorrow.
I'm just double checking.
Yeah. You can also find me on Thursdays at 2:30 Eastern time on Scraticus Academy playing Blades in the Dark. We're running a campaign called Secrets of Duskval. And I'm if you're in the Boston area and you're interested in live action role playing, you can check out my Decopunk game about running Magic Hooch in a time of prohibition at attawaylarp.com in the greater Boston area. And I'm also a voice actor on the Penumbra podcast, a very queer sci-fi and fantasy audio drama. I'll be going into the recording booth tomorrow for a new episode. So be sure to go check it out. Learn more about that on Twitter at the Penumbra Pod or the penumbrapodcast.com.
It's good shit. Go check it out. I'm not lying. I listened to every episode before I knew Simon. All right.
It's true, not biased.
Not biased. Fox.
Well, I am biased. I'm also Fox, at Fox_Barrett on Twitter, where you can find me cracking wise and being trans. Most of what I do, you can find through that. What am I involved in right now? I'm on our Rifts game every Tuesday night, right here on the channel. I am also, obviously, on PWN. You already know what it is. And I am the executive person for SideQuests, our weekly one-shot series. If you are interested in, every Monday night, rather, I should say, our weekly one-shot series, where we play different games with different groups every single night, or every single week. So if you're interested in that, come over to the Welcome to the Party Discord, check out the SideQuests channel for details on how to sign up. We are always looking for players, and March still needs at least one GM if you're looking to run something on the channel. Yeah, that's me. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but nah. Oh, no, I totally am, right.
You are forgetting something. You have something coming up really soon.
Jesus. Yes,
Yeah, you do.
starting March 15th, I'm going to be double booked with this wonderful show. I'm going to be following this with a Deadlands game over on twitch.tv/Devil's Luck Gaming. The Devil's Luck crew is taking on myself and a couple of people from this channel and their whole crew. We're going to be playing Deadlands, and I am going to play cowgirl with magic and guns, and maybe there'll be some zombies, maybe there'll be some monsters. It's good stuff. So yeah, come check that out. Again, that is
I
on
saw
the 15th.
that trailer last night.
It looks good, right?
Yeah.
Oh, is that?
Yeah.
It looks
This shows
sick.
you how out of it I was yesterday. I didn't know that was live, so I'm gonna go watch the trailer for the thing I'm a part of.
They happen to mention, or they happen to message Throck, and we were just getting ready to start our podcast recording for the thing
nice.
that we're that's coming up, and they messaged him to say, "Oh, we're playing the trailer," and so we were waiting for somebody else to show up, and Sean's like, go to this channel. There's gonna be a cool trailer, and yeah, so we sat and watched it. It was awesome.
Cool. Yeah, it's sick. It's so good.
I wear a hat and I have a wig.
Hi, everybody. I'm Kate. I go by Me and Midair on the Twitters and the Discords, which is where I spend most of my time. I have now joined more Discords, so I have so many Discords. It's fun. I enjoy it. I am in this great show. I'm also in Rifts on Tuesday night with Fox. I'll be doing that fun thing with Maddie and Jackie coming soon. Whenever that is, I'll let you know. And I make cool things on the internet, and my computer is messing with me and not letting me type. So, thank you. Thanks, TVM. You're the best. If you need overlays or logos or anything like that, hit me up. I make them. Come check me out on my website. And
Hire her.
thanks, Jackie.
So
And I am working on some new projects that I will be talking about coming soon. Just wait to hear.
What could it be
now? Thank you again so much, everybody who hung out with this week. I forgot to announce the super patron supporters because I'm an idiot. So I'm gonna do that now so I don't forget them.
Hey,
Michelle
DST
Ely,
is a hell of a thing.
Captain Jack Cross. Yeah, it is. Captain Jack Cross, Dawn, Oriego, and Nerdy Teddy. Those are the four. Yes, got them. And again, a shout out to our sponsors. Of course, Devin Rue, the Mistress of Maps at ruinc.com, Tabletop Loot, and So Nerdwear. It's what the nerds wear. They're awesome. We love them. Thanks again, Maddie. And of course, Roll20 at roll20.net/start/WTTP. I remembered it.
yay.
Go me.
There's hope for you. Yay.
I'm so proud of myself. Who are we rating today?
We are rating Chromatic Chimera, so
Yeah.
get your
Oh,
ass
go get some love ready
in
for
the
that.
chat. Over there, throw them emotes, yell at them, tell them they're great.
Oh, they're doing Lancer today.
They
Oh,
are playing
nice.
Lancer, which is dope as. I
Hell
really want to play
yeah.
that game
I
someday.
played it. It's awesome.
Then I want to play it even more because I trust Jack.
Max.
Anti-capitalist Max.
Yeah,
Fuck
It's
yeah.
delightful. So we're
Mhm.
rolling up the rate on them, so we are going to see you folks a little bit later as soon as I figure out how to do things with this overlay. Wait, there we go. See you later, folks.